The odds were stacked against them from the start.
One time.
Ooh, wow.
The walk of shame.
And for so many, the dream of glory remains a dream.
To get to me, you gotta go through the speed bump.
Oh. Good run, man.
But for the remaining 49 players, a gold rush is on the horizon.
Yeah! Come on, man. Be happy.
They came here to the Mecca of poker with hopes of a big payday and poker immortality. And today, with everything on the line, their drive, their perseverance, their rush to riches could be rewarded.
Wow, let's go, Masato! Yeah! Welcome back to the 2023 World Series of Poker Main Event. It is time for day 7. Just 49 players remain as we get closer and closer to seeing who will make the final table of the biggest main event in poker history. 12.1 million up top. Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho are on the commentary on PokerGo.com. My name is Remco Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me for preview coverage of today's main event action. We see Daniel Weinman and Maurice Hawkins, two of the big names still fighting for a spot at the main event final table. But of course, there are plenty of superstars still in the mix. Like I said, 49 players still in the mix. Average stack 12.2 million. We're playing 125,000, 250,000 blinds with a 250,000 big blind ante. The current payout is $188,000. But these players, of course, all have their eyes on the top prize. It is slowly but surely starting to get within reach of the remaining players in this event. And Josh Payne might be the closest to that prize right now because he is our overwhelming chip leader at the start of day 7 action. The legend, the superstar, Masato Yokosawa from Tokyo, Japan. Mr. Worldwide Yokosawa is at our main feature table. Set over set last night brought his stack way down. But of course, as long as you're in the tournament, you can still make the final table. Here's a look at our overall leaderboard as Spanish poker legend Juan Maceras, known as Vietcong01 online, has 40 million chips and he is currently second in chips. Look for Maceras to play his usual aggressive style. That could be 100 million or 0 by the time we end our preview broadcast. Jumping straight into the action here at the feature table. Berg with the raise, holding 7s. Payne finding King 5 suited, 3-betting, and taking this down.
It was game theory optimal, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is that?
My cousin told me about it.
What is that?
My friend, so some guy talked to a computer who knows how to play poker.
Here's a look at some of the numbers. 10,043 entrants in the main event this year. We lost our last one standing in 68th place last night. Unfortunately, also lost Nikita Luther just before that. But Donnie, right now, all eyes on Masato Yokosawa to see if he can make a comeback.
Yeah, the Japanese vlogging sensation here on day 7. He lost set over set.
Wow.
I think it was the very last hand of last night, if not the second to last hand.
What do you mean? I'll lose.
Take a huge chunk of his chips, but he's still here,
What a nice
still alive, still chasing 12 million.
Via finding pocket jacks. Action now really underway.
We do have some new chips in play for today. If you joined us yesterday, you didn't see the black 500Ks and those orange 1 million chips.
Kotari, 1.6 million chips. It sounds like a lot, but he is one of our short stacks left in the event. Are we going for it here with Queen Jack, Donnie? Is it still too weak?
I think you could probably wait. I mean, I can go either way, to be honest. I mean, it's hard early on if you haven't played with Via yet. You know, you don't necessarily know how he plays. You don't know what he's really opening with.
Where are we going?
Maybe you've played with him, obviously, in prior days of the event, so you have a read. But if you haven't, you know, a little bit no man's land with the Queen Jack off there.
Obregon was featured a lot on the broadcast last night. Had plenty of swings in his stack.
Yeah, he did a lot of battling with Pier Paolo, the Italian man. They went back and forth quite a bit. maybe we'll see some more battling today, albeit with some different opponents. Michael Burke makes the call out of the big blind. It comes 8-7-5. The jacks are still best, but this could be a flop Burke wants to get a little frisky on. We'll see.
Mr. Vampam still in the mix here with the headphones. He tangled with Rigby a little bit when he was still in the event. Nicholas Rigby was sent to the rail yesterday. Unfortunate river card for him, as his set of jacks was busted by a Broadway straight on the river. Via betting his overpair. Let's see if Berg wants to get creative here. He does want to get creative here, Donnie. Check raising to 1.5 million.
Yeah, not a bad spot overall. You know, low cards, you probably assume it's going to favor your range defending out of the big blind versus an open. That said, we can see that the overpair here for Via is best.
No, like behind them.
Jack's obviously an overpair here, but there is some vulnerability in them, so Via might just want to put this in.
All in.
There it is.
Burke will get the memo here. That
Easy game.
Alex,
all in.
action.
that was kind of trippy from Via there, Donnie.
Okay. Like, you check me? Check raise me? Okay, let's go.
All right, swinging on over to our
I'm sorry, but
table C.
If I say all in?
We have
You're just
three
going like that.
feature tables in play, and it looks like we have an all-in here. Mitchell Halverson eliminated on day 7 by the hands of the Spanish crusher Juan Maceras. Halverson, one of the big stacks on day 4 and 5. Could not close it out to make the final table. By the way, we bumped up.
Squeeze him, guys.
Oh, by the way, let me get into this here. Yokosawa here finds pocket 10s.
I feel like this late in the tournament, you can think about whatever you want.
Appreciate it.
I will not clock you in any spot. I only clock the Europeans.
Yokosawa going to raise here. Donnie off the short stack. This has got to look really strong.
Very, very
Yeah,
good.
and it is
Here's
strong.
my chance. Come on, just one time.
You looked at?
No.
It's a vibe.
Not my chance. One looked good.
But yeah,
No, I don't know.
not quite.
Action folding around to Burke in the small blinds. He lets it go.
What are we getting?
With this stacks, yeah.
What are we getting paid right now?
I don't know.
The page up is like 220.
Okay, sick.
Vampam in the big blinds. Jack 3 of hearts. He's going to come along for three-way action here.
We're all in your shop, man. Bump pot.
Here's the flop. Queen, Jack. So Queen, 9, 4, 3 clubs. Yokosawa with a club in his hand. Donnie, so much in the middle for Yokosawa here. Can he afford to not win this hand?
I mean, when you're as short as he is coming into the day, you pretty much have to win every hand. Every pot is so crucial.
What are Yokosawa's options here?
I mean, he could bet kind of smaller, you know. I think it would be easy to see that between the 3 hands, he's the only one with a club, so just go all in. But, I mean, are you going to get called by worse at all? Do you really want to risk it on the 10 high flush draw? He does bet small there, and Payne, the chip leader, comes along with just a pair of 4s.
And look at that, the 8 of clubs on the turn, giving Yokosawa a flush. Despite the fact that this is not the nut flush, he's got to feel pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, might get a little bit tricky to maneuver here, but pretty loose call on the flop here from Payne.
Yeah, the chip leader with just shy of 50 million chips, perhaps looking for ways in which he can steal this pot. He looks over at his own stack here. Donnie, can we see him? I mean, there it is, already making a bet. If you're Yokosawa here, are we just sticking it in, or are we just going to call and see a river card?
I think it's fine to just call, you know, for the chance that Payne is bluffing here. You can keep those bluffs in.
And look at how little Yokosawa has left in front of him.
It looks like a little bit of a smile there from Payne.
7 of hearts on the river. Yokosawa likely to check again here, hoping that Payne will bluff.
Yeah, if you're Payne, I mean, I just don't see how you can really bluff here, given the fact that Yokosawa only has 1.65 million behind. The pot's just about 4 million. You would figure that after having put so much of your stack already in, having the stack to pot ratio that he does, like he's never going to fold, right? So
wow,
he is going to go for it. Look at this.
Yokosawa put to the test here on the river with his 10 of clubs, giving him a flush. Payne representing a large flush, but how can Yokosawa let go of this? It is the main event, it is his tournament life, but his hand looks so strong.
And credit to Payne here for recognizing that, you know, he has to go for this, right? That's his thought process here. This is the only way that I'm going to win this pot, I think. So I'm going to put the money in. I'm going to put my opponent to the test, and that is exactly what we see here as Yokosawa is now in the tank.
Yokosawa really thinking about it here. You would hate to see him fold and be left with just 1.6 million chips. If he calls and we can see that he's right, he's going to have a really competitive stack here in the early goings of the main event on day 7.
This is a spot where, you know, the way that this one played out, the stack size that Yokosawa had, it's messing with his mind because he's thinking, my opponent should know that I have a low tendency to fold here given how this hand is played out.
Oh, it makes the call.
Good call.
Huge double up for Masato Yokosawa here on one of the first hands of day 7.
You scare me. Nice call. Thank you.
Masato told me before play started, I'm going to get 2 double ups right away. Well, here's his first one as the
Top
Japanese
spot.
superstar
Top spot, yeah.
is now up to 7.2
Japanese
million
fans?
chips.
Only 2, yes. For now. Over there right now.
Sorry.
One more.
Well done by Yokosawa there, finding the call.
If you're enjoying our coverage, please smash that like button right now and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as Masato Yokosawa is a real force here in the main event on day 7. Here's a look at some numbers. The biggest stack coming into today, 191 big blinds. The shortest stack, just 4 big blinds. We're playing 2-hour levels, and we've played 30 already up until this point. If we hit 6,000 likes today on the video, we'll go for 2 full hours. So there you go. 6,000 likes, 2-hour broadcast. Let's have some fun here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks as though we have another all-in on one of our outer tables.
That's Olchonsky right there.
Ace-King versus Ace-Jack. Olchonsky at risk with Ace-King. Tamanini, Mr. Circlebeard, holds the Ace-Jack. Oh, wow. The jack had him almost out the door, but the king on the turn keeps him alive.
Little suck, resuck.
Queen of hearts on the river, and the Ukrainian player stays in. Lots of action here to kick things off on day 7. Going back all the way over to our third feature table.
Looks like we have Logan Hoover at risk versus Juan Macieres. Ace-3 for Hoover, ace-10 for Macieres.
Wow, if Macieres wins another one here, he's going to be closing in on that chip lead.
Come on, queen one time. Queen one time.
Needs that queen to chop this one.
Looking very safe for the Spanish pro.
Yes.
River card is a blank. We say goodbye to Logan Hoover. Juan Macieres, Donnie, he must be closing in on 50 million at this point.
Oh yeah, scoring a couple knockouts early on, does Macieres. An aggressive player by nature, give him more chips, could make for a lot of fun.
Wow, I'm starting to get dizzy from this camera, just swinging all over the room.
The more it swings, the more action we have, right? So I'm all for it.
The plan today is to play 5 full levels. My guess, Donnie, we might get down to the final 2 tables, but not a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, I think we'll be in the range of between 18 and 24. Seems like a good range there. Here we had an open from Jones, a 3-bet from Vampin with kings, and that 3-bet gets it done.
You wanted to do it, huh?
How about it? Did it work?
Yes. Absolutely.
Possibly.
I'll find out in 45 minutes.
Yes, you will. I'll let you guess until then.
I'm not worried about it. Until
Here's a look at Masato Yokosawa's bio sheet. He was the 2022 GPI fan choice for poker personality, 13th on Japan's all-time money list. He's going to quickly rise up the ranks with the result here in the main event. And of course, he's a WPT champion from back in 2013. Worldwide Yokosawa, he has almost 800,000 YouTube subscribers and a massive following in Japan.
You gotta have fun.
I really appreciate your energy, man.
You as well, brother.
It's really awesome.
I spoke to Steve O'Dwyer, one of the
Played with a lot
best
of great
tournament
tables.
players of the last 20 years.
People have been
He's currently
saying
in
this, like,
Japan,
everyone's been saying
playing
how
in
much
some
fun
poker
they've
clubs,
had at all their
and he
tables.
told me that
It's nice to
everyone
hear
is
that,
talking
'cause I
about
feel like
Yokosawa.
you hear
Every
so much
poker
of the
club,
other direction.
everyone,
Poker's
it's all they can
dead,
talk about.
everything, blah, 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 you
That's
know,
great.
Sucks now. We're killing the action, whatever. But like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's been the opposite this
tournament, except for one.
I've had a lot of good tables. I've been around bad ones.
There was one that was not.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
All the other ones, great.
A lot of people, you're always going to get that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
outlier, right?
Yeah, you know, people are emotional moods.
And it's a stressful situation.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't fault anyone.
Are you talking about Maurice Hawkins' antics, Donnie?
Not really sure what
Yeah.
they're
On
getting
average,
at here.
great experience.
Obregon raising with ace-5 of spades, Vampin with a real hand.
Yeah, he picked up queens last hand. Now he's, or sorry, kings last hand. Now he's got queens.
Right there. Goes right there.
As I said before, 6,000 likes on the video, and we will do a 2-hour stream here
So much
on our
room.
YouTube channel.
Nice.
Much love to everyone
Nice.
tuning in on
Nice to have
Facebook and
real
Twitch as
estate.
well.
Yeah.
Now I just need some chips. Build that real estate, you know.
Right,
it's
right,
like
yeah, there you
an
go.
empty house with no furniture.
Yeah, man, you need to buy some furniture.
Exactly.
Get working on it.
Up. Snap.
Vampin
Snap
electing
and
to
outs.
just call here.
Makes sense.
How do you feel about that decision, Donnie?
I mean, queens can often be just a hand you want a pure 3-bet, but in position on the button, you know, you can get a little bit tricky from time to time. The last hand with the kings, you know, Vampin was out of the small blind, so flatting pre might be a little bit trickier to then play post, having to play out of position to your opponent, so he did elect to 3-bet that one. Here he takes it in position. Does get out flopped. Obregon flopping top pair, also with some backdoor draws. Checks through here. 8 on the turn. That smashes Payne with 2 pair.
Wow. All of a sudden, we see how you become the chip leader in the main event.
Oh,
You just
yes.
got to make 2 pair a whole lot.
Payne checks once again, and Obregon here is going to go for some.
Donnie, what have you learned
value.
about Payne so far in the tournament? We have not seen him all that much at the feature table.
Yeah, I mean, seems like a solid player. Young kid, cashed the main event last year. Believe he's a college student still, so you know we'll see if he continues on to get that degree. Believe he's at Georgia Tech. But you know, seems pretty well versed in poker, even though we haven't seen a lot of him. Don't know too much about him, but it's always good to have good young players come on the scene. Obregon does call that bet of 600K. Payne here. Or sorry, Vampin calls Obregon's bet.
Yeah, so Vampin doing some damage control in hopes of nobody having an ace here. But he's going to get the memo now that there are some better hands clashing as Payne makes it 2.6 million, building this pot up rapidly. Donnie, if you're Obregon here, does that ace really shrink in your head?
I mean, yeah, it does shrink in your head. It turns probably more towards a bluff catcher here than being a hand you're going to take with value.
He's here, like, I'm supposed to triple up.
Yeah, you can trip up.
But again, whatever happens, happens. I'm grateful to be here, you know?
100%.
Because I ran really bad yesterday, and I have to just play the tournament, you know what I mean?
Obregon also has to consider he still has Vampin behind him. Not that Vampin has shown a ton of aggression so far in this hand, but it's worth considering that he is still active behind, depending on what Obregon does here.
Yeah, it just sucks sweating those pay jumps like every 9.
If Obregon was paying attention a couple of minutes ago, he would have saw Payne try and bluff Yokosawa. Maybe that's playing into his mind right now.
I busted.
All right, he's going to make the call.
This pot is getting absolutely massive. And Obregon probably calls, full well realizing he's going to have a big decision to make on the river, given the fact that Payne is not someone who slows down.
Yeah, given what we saw in that hand against Masato, I don't expect Payne to be slowing down on this river at all, even though he does have value. Ooh, look at that. That could very well slow him down, though.
Wow.
The 1 card in the deck, a 3.
Perfect card for Obregon. All of a sudden, Payne's 2 pair have been counterfeited.
7.7. See, another one just went, so it's only one more spot.
Could maybe see a little blocker bet here from Payne. Just try and get to a showdown.
Welcome to the table.
Are you Team America or are you Team Europe?
Sorry? Neither.
Oh. Team Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, Team
Brazil, vamos.
My girlfriend's Brazilian.
We got Da Silva joining the table.
Make your studies, guys. Look at the things. You don't know.
I don't know who you are, man.
You weren't at our table.
I'm just asking a question.
He puts them all in. Look at this.
Portuguese.
Wow.
Ah.
I don't think he's Brazilian.
Donnie, is Payne just looking to blast, assuming that his opponents are going to be scared money?
That's fair.
I mean, that's what it appears to be. And listen, with the pay jumps at what they are right now, can't really blame him.
Are we though?
It looked like taking that position as chip leader, and he's running with it.
You like hesitated. You did like a little hesitation.
Sure they do.
They help a
reason
lot.
for that?
Every day, microdose capsule.
Kind of strange.
With
Obregon trying to talk to him, maybe get a read out of his opponent.
Dan, let him think.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big pot.
I didn't see he made a bet.
Sorry? Give me a second.
Obregon deciding for his tournament life. But if he calls, and we can tell that he is right, he's going to be one of the bigger stacks in the tournament. This is unbelievable stuff.
25.
14, 325.
Payne starting today with almost 50 million chips. If Obregon calls here, Payne is gonna be down or closing in on being down half his chips in the early goings here.
Have you rested well? Have you rested well? Yes. Sleep?
Donnie, of course, he's worried about hands like ace-9, ace-10, ace-jack. Is that reasonable to give him credit for those hands, calling from the big blind, as you would assume that an aggressive chip leader might be 3-betting those hands a lot of the time?
Yeah, he might be 3-betting those hands. There might be some minor concern here for a 3. Maybe like a 7-3 suited, something like that, that Payne came along with from the big blind. Elects to check raise the turn then. And now fills up here on the river. But if you're in Obregon's shoes, you called the turn, you know, picking off a bluff in a way. I think you got to continue with the call here on the river after you played the turn the way you did.
So far, the chat thinks that every decision in the main event is easy. Got to point out here that it's basically the opposite. This is extremely complex. Ooh, Obregon. Oh, he lets it go. And Payne takes it down. He is now up to 50 million chips.
You had a 3 or what?
Little wink there.
7-8. I got negated.
7-8 for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, 7-8. Should have called.
As soon as it's a road, I was like, you.
Obregon is going to be thinking about this one for a long, long time. Here's a look back at a painful fold.
Nice straddle.
Obregon was on the brink of a massive double up.
Says the chip leader. I was doing. I offered this when I had 13 bigs.
Well, that's just psychotic, sir. I don't know what
I'm just here to gamble. I'm honest.
You got 13 bigs and you offered it? That's strong.
Yeah.
Something tells me Payne is going to play a lot more massive pots. Here's a look at our day 7 chip leaders going back quite a few years. And we can tell here that Martin Jacobson, the only day 7 chip leader in the last 10 years, coming out on top to win the main event. But we all know that Jacobson got to be the shortest stack with 9 players remaining for him then to make that comeback and win the event back then in, was it October or November that year?
Which one was that? Sorry?
2014. The Jacobson year.
I think it was October. No, sorry, November. I think the only October one was Greg Merson's year, if I remember correctly.
Sam Stein, online poker legend, one of the toughest pros still in the tournament up until recently, has been sent to the rail. By the way, smash that like button right now and subscribe to our channel. When we hit 6,000 likes, we will extend our stream and go for 2 straight hours. We need that engagement to show the world that the greatest tournament of the year is going on right now. As we swing on over to table number 2, Weinman raising it up with 5-3 of diamonds. Gio calls and Wantman calling as well here from the big blind.
Players now on a pay jump with Sam Stein's elimination bringing it down to the final 45. At 44, it goes up to 229,000. So quite a significant jump now, as are all of them, but we are on the direct pay jump right now.
Wyman's pair of 5s best here, of course. Not easy to drag that one across the finish line against 2 players. Action checked around. Diamond on the turn makes things more interesting, as Wantman now has the better flush draw, of course. But Weinman with his 5s still in the lead if this were to go to showdown. Shout out to Paul Hazard for the $20 donation. Susan kicks in $2. Much love. Weinman here with a pair and a flush draw, Donnie. Are you likely to bet this, or are you happy to keep the pot small?
I think you can apply some pressure. I think there are also times when, you know, you're going to be doing some checking here. I think both plays have their merits.
Weinman is going to fire here. Nothing out there for Gio.
Yeah, this should knock him out of the way, but Wantman's got a lot of possibilities here. Not the deepest stack, though, for Wantman, which could handcuff him here. He's got 3.53 million behind. The bet is 1.6, so...
Are we ever shoving here, or is that crazy talk? Weinman is priced in.
He is priced in, and we also know his holding is, certainly has the value to be able to call a shove here.
How do you like the sizing by Weinman here, going for full pot, basically?
Yeah, I think on the turn you can size up a bit. Really put your opponent to the test. Not really give him any cheap ways to see the river.
Daniel Weinman, very experienced tournament player. Finished second in the World Series of Poker Player of the Year race just last year.
Also probably running through Wantman's mind, are any of my outs not good? Does he have king high diamonds possibly? There is the man known as Bucky. I think he's checking the clock, checking the field, because again they are on that money jump.
Massive decision for Wantman here. Donnie, if Weinman bets smaller, it's probably easier for Weinman to shove, and he does let it go, so Weinman takes this one down. But given this sizing, he's just completely handcuffed.
Yeah, the sizing definitely makes it look like Weinman is committed to calling the shove.
No pair.
I do beat, and it was a flip.
It didn't matter what I did.
Pair with diamond.
Lower diamond.
So there's been this thing going around Twitter that Jeff Platt is coming around and doing interviews, and the people that he interviews are busting shortly after. So on the last break before dinner break, Jeff grabbed one of the ladies at my table for an interview, and I saw this as I was coming back in. And the second hand back from break, I got him ace-king against her aces, and she's no longer in the tournament, unfortunately. So I'm not saying it's a thing, but I'm going to be staying far away from Mr. Platt.
Daniel Weinman there is referring to Sung Lee, known as Debbie Lee, girlfriend of Ryan Brown, who Weinman got very lucky against to bust her out of the tournament.
Here's a look at our chips in play. Those green 25Ks, now the smallest chips. They started out as the biggest chips in this tournament. The lavender 100Ks, 500Ks, and 1 million chips. As we look at some more evidence relating to Jeff Platt eliminations and his involvement in those, I have a crazy theory, Donnie. The main event started about 10 days ago with 10,000 players. Right now we're down to 40. Jeff Platt has been around for all those days. I don't want to draw any conclusions here, but maybe he's been involved in sending all those people home. Joshi here raising it up with king 8 of spades. Pradrick from Ukraine, pocket eights. By the way, we are closing in on 470,000 YouTube subscribers. Let yourself be known in the chat if you've been with us all summer. I've been saying I want to hit 500,000 subs on YouTube during the summer. We started out with 410,000. We're doing quite all right, team. Meanwhile, Pradrick makes the call. Wantman in the small one with a7 offsuit. Donnie, at what point with Wantman's stack, as we see him fold the a7 offsuit, at what point with this 3.4 million stack are we looking to reshove there from the small blind?
You're probably going to want to have it, have some premiums there, kind of be closer to the top of your range. There's a likelihood, the shorter you get, the likelihood goes up that you get called, so you want to have it. You also have some free hands afterwards.
5, 6, 2 diamonds.
King, Jack 3, 2 clubs on this flop. So Kimmel's got middle pair with the ace of clubs. Joshy's got top pair. And then Friedrich has the 8s. Checks through ace of spades on the turn. So Kimmel picks up 2 pair and takes the lead.
No real incentive here for Pradrick to bet, Donnie? Or is this passive approach from his opponents a reason to stab the ace?
I mean, it might entice you to stab, yes. You know, we can obviously see that Kimmel there is laying in the weeds. All right, Friedrich doesn't bite there. Deuce of clubs on the river. Should expect Kimmel here to try and come with some value. Try and get something out of this hand. Kimmel goes on the smaller side, right around a quarter pot here.
Let's see if Joshi is going to think his king might be good here. Of course, not an easy call to make as a third club hits on the river. 2 quick folds here, and Kimmel takes this one down. Jimmy Bluffett saying, I saw Platt at the airport. Shortly after that, the airline lost my luggage. I mean, really sensing a strong trend here, Donnie. As we've reached 6,000 likes on the video, once again, that means we're going to go for 2 hours on our preview broadcast. If you're new to PokerGo and you want to keep watching the action all day long, subscribe to PokerGo.com right now. Use promo code DREAM30 to save $30 on your annual subscription. It's the pinned comment in our chat as well if you want to go and check that out. We have monthly and quarterly plans available as well.
You guys want me to sing?
Yes. Good though?
Yeah.
Please. I got your beat.
I dance well. Though.
I got your beat.
Nice. I like this.
Come on.
Oh, we're starting a band.
Do it dance.
Here we go.
You did go to Alabama A&M.
500. I did.
The hamstring injury didn't hamper your dancing skills?
Nah, not at
Is it
all.
a marching band or what?
I was in the marching band.
Alabama A&M's got a really good band.
No bullshit.
This one time in band camp?
And really good football team.
A lot of stuff
No,
goes
that's
on.
how we got the reference.
Oh,
A lot of stuff
Alabama
goes-
A&M.
A lot of stuff goes down in
And all the
band.
kids don't know the reference. You can all go.
Yeah, that's really good football.
Yeah, they're too
They
young.
got
They're
really
too
football.
young
They're
for it.
really known for their band.
They don't know nothing about that band camp. They too young for that movie, my guy.
76 and here. Side I'm 76.
Pradrick raising it up with King-Jack offsuit. Gio, 6-4 hearts. Looks so tempting, but does decide to stay disciplined. Lets it go. Couple more folds here. Action over to D'Aquilio. D'Aquilio. Wow, these names, man.
D'Aquilio.
D'Aquilio. Yeah, you're the Italian over here, Donnie.
What's your name, boss?
I'm Maurice Hawkins.
Chris Kimmel. We haven't
Nice to
met
meet you,
yet.
Chris.
Good to see you, dude.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah.
5-4 of spades in the
How's
big
it,
blind.
Rico?
Always a
Mississippi?
hand
Close.
Oh, man.
that is
Where
nice
are
to
you from?
defend with.
Are you from Alabama? Or?
Can flop
No,
really
I
strong.
lived in St. Louis, and
You went to school there?
It was close. Huntsville was close.
Cool. Yeah.
So then, yeah. But I go down to Mississippi all the time. I go play at
Tunica?
Tunica.
I mean, I play in the Bower Lodge Deluxe.
Bo.
Ace, king, 10, 2 spades. Flush draw here for D'Aquilio. Pair of kings for Pradrick as we swing on over to our feature table.
I don't care about money implications. It's too big.
He's my friend. Okay.
Oh, wow. We got Yokosawa all in versus Vampen.
All right, that's fair.
10.8 million in the middle.
Daniel's a nice guy, but I'm rooting for Masato big time.
Masato
I'm not rooting
at
at
risk
all.
here versus Vampin.
That's too big of a spot. Look, you understand that.
He's like, I guess I call my king jack suited.
Masato's my homie, though.
My king jack
I got to root
suited.
for him.
Good.
10.8 million in the middle. Here comes the flop. Oh no! Queen in the window.
I'm
The
rooting
jack
for a
and the
spade
3
for a
behind
sweat,
it.
that's all.
Yokosawa now looking for a 10 to make Broadway.
Spade is the worst card. He has ace of spades.
Oh, he does. Oh, my bad. Never mind.
The king as well. Backdoor spades are dead because of Vampin with the ace of spades. Deuce of hearts on the turn.
10.
Payne wants to keep Yokosawa in the tournament. A 10 or a king, or the dream will be dead for Yokosawa.
Boom.
River card is the deuce of diamonds. Masato Yokosawa eliminated on day 7.
Today and last night.
RIP Masato. And look at that, Donnie. So many players giving their respects.
Nice
Of course.
Nice to meet you.
I think a lot of people were rooting for Yokosawa, even kind of weirdly like Vampin, you know. Didn't want to bust him, gave him a hug afterwards, you know.
I'm flying.
We feel you, Masato.
Man, I wish I could run as good as him.
What a run. Masato eliminated.
I had a king, so he was.
Oh, I had a king. I had king jack suited.
So it was better. It was better the. Well, it was better.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How much was it for?
He had
40,000.
If the queen came,
I love that you're calling.
There it is, a look back at the all-in.
I wasn't.
That's nice.
I didn't say that.
That's,
I just said I
that's
was
real classy.
I just said I was rooting for Masato.
Listen,
It's a fucking
I love
huge
that
spot,
guy.
and you're calling
I
for
love that
10
guy.
of
I
clubs,
was
man.
rooting for the queen.
I didn't say that.
He called
We just made 41.
I didn't say that.
Made 41K.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry.
I wasn't
I'm
getting
Sure you were.
No,
Yeah.
that was the rail.
But I wasn't rooting for anything.
I don't even know what to say.
No, that was the rail.
You can't root
Saddened
for
by
anything.
the departure
Yeah.
of our Japanese friend.
You're coming for
I thought you guys were.
He's been doing so much for poker
Rooting for him, so like
over
I
in
hear-
Japan,
I hear, like, cards
making the game more
Day 7
popular.
of the biggest World Series of Poker main event in history, and we are losing you. But can you explain the emotion of this whole ride that you've been on the last 7 days?
Okay, you know, I've been playing so fun. Like, it was exciting, and you know, I'm always shaking when I play the big hand, and this is like first time experience for me. So it was, you know, overall so much fun. But right now, I'm gonna cry. Yeah.
I understand. There's so many emotions at this point. What do you think it's going to do for Japan to have seen this deep run that you've made through the main event?
Let's say, I don't know, what was the question, sorry?
How do you think poker in Japan might change after having watched you here?
Yeah, I think like so many people were watching my playing, I guess, and you know, actually Yokosawa is trending on Twitter, so I think this is a very big chance to people know what the poker is. So I'm really glad to, you know, how can I say, like engage on that, yeah.
It's been a pleasure watching you. Thank you so much for talking to us.
He tanked like I was like he like tanked for a second. That's why I thought it was Jack.
He knew he was calling. He was
Meanwhile,
just like, I'm gonna
all
give
in
this
action
moment.
right away again as Kotari is all in with Queen 4 of hearts from the button. Jones reshoved from the small blind with ace 9.
Do something that's what is it?
Aguilera here in the big blind, giving it some thought, letting go of the king 9 of spades.
And think for hearts.
I'm rooting for you.
Hearts.
I'm rooting for
Hearts. We need hearts.
Luck all in.
We need hearts.
Come on, man. I'm always for the all-in player. I've already discussed
You did say that.
Kotari asking for hearts.
In which case, if they're short, I'm still
You
kind
can
of
see the stress on his face of being in a big spot like this.
Appreciate you isoing.
Here's the flop. 4 in the window for Kotari. A jack and a 6 behind him.
Let's bring a sweat, though.
And look at this man, riddled with anxiety. Kotari standing up, awaiting his fate as Jones sits down and watches. Turn card, deuce of spades.
Keep it clean, please.
The counterfeit odds are.
How funny would it be?
Honey, this man might faint and fall over.
I'll take it.
And then they bring back Masato because the deck is foul.
Mr. Kotari, you can sit down again.
Nice hand, man.
So
Now, had Kotari busted
50-50
there,
on
he
my
did
all-ins,
make
but
the pay jump worth about 40,000
Yeah.
because Masato Yokosawa went out before that. So even though short, Kotari did well to get the pay jump, then went all in, and now found a double.
We're not having more.
Well, then you would have folded.
Love that.
He's pumped up. Look at him.
Love that action. If you're joining us right now, please let us know who you're rooting for in the main event. Donnie, there's not a ton of superstar names left, but let me say this. Whoever makes the main event final table basically becomes an instant superstar.
Of course. I mean, it's the pinnacle of poker to make the WSOP main event final table.
I got like
hot in there.
I'm on like bottle of water number.
Here's
Yeah,
look
you
at our
see the
payouts.
payouts.
Yeah.
Trust me, man.
Next pay jump when we get down to the final 35. These jumps, Donnie, they're not massive. They're not scary. You can just play your game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be worried about them.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna
You should believe.
You're in tune.
You can add 40, 50,000 to
That's why I stacked it.
my bankroll. I might be doing some tanking trying to get there, okay?
I was playing, I was playing baccarat.
Who can sleep?
Dude, it was hard.
Who sleeps?
So
What?
hard.
2 hours?
Haven't made the pay jump. Burke all in here for 3.3 million, finding ace king.
Like a nap in the sauna, basically. I'm like like beta waves, like meditating in the sauna to get rest. It's absurd.
You know, I've been wanting to say that to him too. That, like I'm very much like him.
Let's rep it. Left
Like,
to right.
I'm not like that right now because of this chip stack.
What's standard?
Literally in my
Alright, so
cash
I'm on the
games
left
that I
side of
play,
the table.
I'm that character minus the.
Oh, wow.
mi-
Obregon in the
minus
big blind finds
comments
pocket
that were
kings.
like, oh, I want
And
the
look at
underdog.
this clash. Ace
Nice
king
13.
versus kings.
Here we go.
Big hand. Oh wow.
Who has got which hand?
Michael Burke, the player at risk here. See him standing, obviously hates what he sees, dominated by Obregon's pocket kings.
This table's got to catch it.
Got the ace king.
You got it.
Ace king's been good to me this tournament and in my life.
Oh, you got the ace king?
I've got the
Well, it's going to need to be good once more if
feeling it?
you're going to be staying
ace king's
in this
one of my
tournament.
biggest spots of my life.
I'm always for the all-in guy. Let's go. You got it.
It's not a good start.
9-9-8. Obregon's
Get some
kings
dropouts.
maintain their lead.
9-9.
9.
By win.
9.
0 chop.
Zero chop outs.
9.
Ace. Fuck.
6 on the turn. An ace and an ace only for Burke. There's 3 of them in the deck. Can he find one of them on the river?
Harry? Game.
7 on the river is not going to do it. We will lose Michael Burke.
Obregon perhaps now finally feeling happy again after having folded
Yo, GG,
2
bro.
pair versus Payne
Nice playing with you, man.
to lose out on a big double up. And now as Burke hits the rail,
I'm
collecting
a team- I'm
229,000
very
chips,
gentleman, we make the
Obregon
walk.
back up to over 12 million chips. Quite a few people rooting for Obregon, Donnie, in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice hand.
See,
Why'd you have to be the one to double, man?
Toby Lewis getting a bunch of love as well. The Brit, former
Greg
EPT
Merson-
winner.
Greg Merson, 1 chip, 1.5 big blinds. Shipped it.
Any Maurice Hawkins fans in the chat? He was very chatty last night as we swing on over to D'Aquilio versus Weinman. The Italian had raised to 525.
Oh, wow.
Weinman makes it 1.6 million. D'Aquilio all in, and Weinman is going to call this off. Looked like a little fist pump there from Weinman. Getting it all
Happy
in
to get
good
as much
here.
good.
How about you? Nice to meet you, Chris.
Oh,
Exchange some pleasantries mid-hand.
mid-hand pleasantries. Just 11.7 million in the mix.
I'm excited. It's like the main event. Stay set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the flop. Wow, Queen, Jack, 8. Perfect flop for Weinman. D'Aquilio gets the memo. He's going to need extreme luck to stay in this event.
I'm okay with the 9.
Turn is the 6 of hearts, and that spells the end for the Italian. Daniel Weinman, Donnie. Big stack, big name, big reputation. He might be one of the top players that the poker pros root for.
Yeah, I think he came into the day 3rd in chips. chips up there. I believe he's up over 30 million now, so watch out for Daniel Weinman.
All right, out here in the field where it seems pretty intense, I'm going to steal Nick Garrity away from the table for a quick sec. We'll step away to not disrupt any of the action. All right, I just mentioned that it feels intense. How would you describe the atmosphere right now?
Yeah, it is intense. Not the best start for me today so far, but I mean, obviously I'm running great just to be here, so I'm excited.
Yeah, this is an absolute roller coaster ride. You finished in 5th in the Monster Stack. Do you think a little experience in front of the camera under the lights helps you here?
Yeah, I think it can only help. It can't hurt. Every advantage that you can have possibly, always helps. So, I'm excited to be here, see what can happen.
Excited to have you here. I'm going to send you back to the action. Thanks, Nick.
Donnie, the chat is saying goodbye to Nick Garrity right now.
Stop. Honestly, I hate the whole Jeff Platt curse thing. I absolutely hate it. I think it's ridiculous.
And we're down to the final 40 players in the main event. As we said before, playing 5 full levels today. Action will slow down dramatically around each one of the upcoming pay jumps.
I'm up a little bit. I got caught bluffing by Masato.
Right now, Jones raising it up.
Yeah,
Obregon finding
like,
a6 of clubs.
You start with like 4?
I believe so.
Jones with a little bit of a larger sizing here, coming in for 650K at 250K big blind.
Good job.
Obregon has shown that he's not willing to shy away from playing big pots, so we'll see if he wants to do that
I
here.
remember you from the smoking area.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Gonna make the call.
Where are you from?
I just bluffed my whole tournament.
What did you say?
Like you were saying, like I just bluffed
Does
my whole
Vampin
tournament.
know he has a hand?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I tagged.
I'm from India. I was born there, but I moved here when I was 9.
To Vegas?
I grew up in Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, right here, I mean the States.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where in India?
Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kotari,
I've
speaking
played with
about
some
his
really cool
Indian roots.
A lot of cool.
Yeah, I've
poker
noticed
players.
more.
Obregon outflopping Jones. People in the chat were saying Obregon has run so hot the last few days. And if the chat is up to something, we know that they caught on to the fact that he's going to just keep flopping aces.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that all of the 40 players have run hot to get to this point in the WSOP Main Event. I mean, I think it's only understandable that you have to run a bit hot to get this deep in this tournament.
There has to be
If we keep reinforcing them, then they're going to keep being true.
I don't know. I don't.
Mint is not bad.
Minimum bet here from Jones in position, 250K. Obregon is going to call with his top pair.
You know how they have like the Wall of Heat challenge? Like the
Deuce on the turn.
Oh, yeah.
Not recently. Last time I was in Vegas. I was thinking about trying.
Don't do it.
I didn't
The
do it.
ghost chili peppers from India,
okay.
there's something else.
I have very.
There's something.
Those things are serious.
I got very high
man.
spice tolerance though.
They're just restaurant.
Same here, but don't do it, man, because that stuff will just like literally burn your taste buds.
Yeah. Like I did the Carolina Reaper before.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, but it's not, for me, it's not the taste buds. It's how I feel after.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, and of course the after effects.
Yeah. It wakes you up, though.
Yeah.
Why would you, I could never figure out why someone would want.
Some people might compare busting the main event to eating a ghost pepper.
Oh yeah, when it's hot.
Just feelings of nausea and pain.
I mean, you're gonna squeeze it out.
Check from Obregon here, bet of 550K. Obregon quickly makes the call. 5 on the river. Now 2 pair on board. Obregon checks.
Highly unlikely.
Obregon checking a third time
I
here.
just can't help myself.
I don't like hearing that
I have to
either.
run to the bathroom after 1 hour. But continue.
Check, check, and Obregon takes it.
I just got some chips.
I finished 2 of these already. Yeah, in the morning.
Wow, Jones just doubling up Kotari with ace-9 versus queen-4. Now losing some chips with queens. Your hands really have to hold up at this stage in the tournament. All of a sudden, Obregon up to 14 million, while Jones only has 2.7 left. Here's a look at our PGT Dream Seed promotion. Win a seat into our PGT Championship $1 million free roll. Join now or upgrade. Use promo code DREAM30 to save $30 on your annual PokerGo.com subscription to automatically be entered into a chance to win a seat into that $1 million tournament. $500,000 first prize to be awarded in November. Check out PokerGo.com/rules for the full information.
I'd like to have that in hand.
Where are you going, Alec? 4 or 6?
Shout out to this guy with a $10 donation. Says, shout out to my homie Brett. Hope nobody catches a hanger.
Nice.
Paul Hazard with the $5 donation says, keep it up. Thank you guys all so much in the chat. If you're enjoying the main event this year, don't forget to hit that like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Closing in on 470,000 subs. As we have an old school legend joining us, Donnie.
Alec Torelli gonna take the seat.
The whole tournament, I would hear, let's go.
The empty seat between Obregon and
Vampin. He announced his hand in Hebrew to all of his friends. And
so good. Yeah, so good.
That dude is like the Zohan. Like,
I get
exactly.
That movie. That's a very obscure reference, but I get it. I feel like that movie's not super well known.
Yeah, I understand.
I had it.
Alex Torelli, known as Trajejo online.
I had 4 high.
High stakes cash gamer from the past.
23.
Let you try to do something.
I had a spade.
23-7.
Did you just say 23.7 million?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you look like...
Welcome to the feature table.
Someone that I've
I'll get a mic in a sec,
but
I can't miss
Where are you from?
Torelli, founder of Conscious Poker, high stakes cash game pro,
for 6 months.
Investor and keynote speaker. This man's been around for a very long time.
I was working with a friend. They did like art
First
auctions.
interaction with him, Donnie.
So we would
the
travel
40K
all over
No Limit
the
Hold'em
different
tournament
hotels,
back
and I was
in
doing, like, their online
2009.
marketing and stuff,
Yeah.
Trying to get leads for their
So
auctions.
are all of the hands recorded on stream?
They're switching between the tables, but
So let me ask this one. If I watch PokerGO tomorrow, can I see every single hand that everyone plays?
Not 100% because sometimes they move.
He's trying to get film.
Sometimes they move to different tables.
I'm not. I write down every hand I play, and I want to know if I need to write them down or if they'll be on the
you have to write them down.
It's fine.
Trying to do the Gus Hansen book?
Man, he's watching film on me already.
I respect that.
Oh, it's just like there's three.
Every hand since day one.
There's three TV tables, so it switches back and
That's
forth.
fine.
Yeah.
No problem. I've been writing them down since day one, so it's not a problem.
Every hand you've ever played.
Absolutely.
Maybe you can talk with them, and maybe they can.
I just
all the
I
hands.
just kind of remember.
Bro, he's a poker coach. He's got to do that.
65 a day.
I don't know, his whole energy.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They might write it down.
Cracked out, man.
He's
Again,
cracked
I still think that's a lot.
I get it, Joshua.
Is anyone else here with that energy? No one.
Let's see what we got.
I have a little.
know what I got.
I'm fucking exhausted.
But
Like,
I saw
I'm
you
like-
trying to get in the Zen-like
I'm
state.
trying. It's like,
Yeah, it's mindful
really
thinking.
hard.
Just bring yourself
We're
there.
here.
You know what I mean? You've been there before. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
I'm here now.
I can tell you're like, very Zen-like. It wasn't even like a needle, you know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I try.
Super zen.
We all
All right,
try.
these guys
I mean,
seem
I'm-
so chill. It's like
I
a
don't know
tea
about
party has
super zen,
broken
I
out.
said that about my thing.
I said very
home
super is.
He said super.
Oh, he's.
I live in.
I think you're super zen. 99th percentile of zen.
I might go.
That would be super Zen.
Bro, of course. Most people are stressed out about like their coffee being too cold and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that kind of.
Right, but that's average, man. People complain about their Starbucks order.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I can't
Like
do
people have
I know.
backwards sort of worldviews.
Life's too short for that.
Right, but that's average. That's normal, right?
You gotta accept that you control what you control, and that's it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a great outlet. That's why I said you're 99 percentile.
Yeah, I got some work to do though.
That's fair.
But I also feel like as us poker players in the main event and making it this far, we're in that top percentile because we faced a lot of adversity and thought clearly throughout it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It's very hard to luck box here.
I love box too.
I knew you were gonna
There's
say that.
outliers, of course, but it's very hard to do that.
Yeah,
All I do is luck box it. Like I pray for like backdoor 2-pair draws to hit. And
like anything, there's luck and skill.
All I do every day of my life. Don't give a shit. All I do.
I'm just sitting
is
there,
smoke weed.
just waiting,
Every day of my life.
hoping my backdoor 2-pair comes. Just betting. Hit bottom pair. I'm like, what a great flop for me. That's how I felt about this tournament so far. I had bottom pair. I had a 3.
I saw a deuce of heart.
Like Garrett says, someone's got to run hot.
If you're just tuning in, this is day 7 of the World Series Poker Main Event. 40 players remaining. Top pro Alec Torelli has just joined our feature table.
I like that idea, though. I remember Gus Hansen did that when he won the Aussie Millions.
Yeah, I remember that book too.
I'm surprised nobody's done something like that since.
Well, it's kind of like one of those combinations of the difficulty of winning a tournament combined with the premonition to like do it before you get to day 5, and then you say
he was doing it on like a voice recording.
he was doing it on a voice recording.
Is that how you're doing it?
No, I have a notepad on my phone.
I thought you meant for life. You just mean for the main you're writing on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about lifetime.
No.
That's why I'm like, what?
I mean, I write down the interesting hands I play. Like if I play, well, most of the games I play are on Hustler, so I can just watch the stream. But
Can you keep the phone off the row?
yeah, sure. But I mean, if I play like a really interesting hand in a big game, I'll write it down. But 3 hands on night.
Have you been doing that since day 1?
Day 1.
Oh, wow.
So I've got some hands in your journal.
Did we play a hand together?
At least one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You bluff me, Josh?
Small hands.
Small hands. Yeah, you're in there.
Jones going to move all in here.
No.
Amidst the chit chat, Jones did not go all in. He said, "I'm going to wager all my chips."
He even says, like, I think bottom pairs the nuts when that's how
Action on
they put it.
Torelli here.
As he bet
Ace,
bottom
jack of
pair.
clubs on his first hand at this feature table. Let's see if Torelli's going to get involved here.
Just like I got so many, and I had the queen of spades, so I'm like, spade comes, I'm just
High with the potential.
yeah. Just figure stuff out.
I didn't have too much. But you did bluff.
Probably had a 10.
Not too much, but you did bluff. Nice.
Not a lot of equity.
That's true. You probably get there.
You probably, yeah. That's
probably get there. I told you, I don't catch heat until after dinner.
Yeah. See, you run bad right now. I run good.
Just chill for the first.
Actually, that
6
was
hours.
that was the most tilting thing ever. That 8-7, and there's a 3 on the river. I'm like, well.
What did it feel like?
My
waking
plan
up?
was to go all
Donnie
in.
just over 10 big blinds. Torelli going to come with the call
What did
here.
it feel like waking
Understandable,
up
right?
knowing you have this?
Yes.
Did it feel real?
You know, gambling.
So you just feel you're numb to it.
Dude, I just play poker. Like,
Nonchalant, indifferent.
like this is how it is when I play cash. So it's like.
Action pulls around to Kotari
What do you, like,
with
half
5-3
stakes or
of
what?
diamonds.
Yeah, what do you play? Where?
I play like.
He's still short, of course.
I play like.
High stakes Uno.
Home game.
I play.
Not gonna-
I'm getting into PLO now.
Is that okay?
You're young, right? 23.
Is that okay if I
23?
think for a little
I thought you
bit,
were way
guys?
Absolutely.
Sir.
Yeah, I thought you were like 20.
Donnie, how far are we to the next
Oh,
pay
I
jump?
You know what's my name?
Like an hour,
All
probably.
right, let it go. Live to fight
Spanish
another
guy.
day.
Good name.
Good luck,
All right,
everyone.
all in
put me
showdown
in the
here.
blender many
Alec
times. This was
Torelli
awesome.
is going to take a shot
Good luck,
here
bro.
at sending
luck.
Jones to the rail. Ace King versus Ace Jack. Who do you got, chat?
You know who I'm rooting for?
The all-in player.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Josh Payne is going to continue to root for the
All the
all-in
energy's
player
going your way.
as we're going to see the flop
Telling
here.
you.
That's a good card for him.
That's not
Wow, Jack
Need more energy.
9-3. That
Queen of
3 of
hearts?
hearts looked nice for
Is that
Jones.
too much to
but
ask for on the turn?
then the
It's
Jack
fun.
came.
I'm sure you guys can all appreciate a sweat.
Seriously.
Man, I'm gonna.
Well, not yet. That's
You didn't bust me, guys. Come on.
Where the king ball will work.
Oh,
Of course, it's got to be the
King
club.
on the turn.
Club. That's what I'm saying. It's such a spicy
Remember when I said
turn.
about all this energy?
what a card.
Oh my
Out
God.
still for
Look the other
Torelli.
way. Just look the other way.
I think it's the 6.
Just watch him for the reaction.
Yeah, just
Watch
watch.
him.
You gotta see red.
Nice hand.
9 of spades
Nice hand.
is not going to do it
He called it.
as Jones' Ace King holds up. He's back up to 6 million.
Everybody else?
Yeah, red spade.
Remember when you were all in? Remember when you were all in the last hand of the night with ace 10 off?
Yeah.
And the guy had
sucked
ace
out
king.
hard.
And
Torelli immediately
and
taking
the
notes
river
again.
came queen.
Thank you. King.
Did it come king?
It was queen jack 7-7. I had chop outs.
Was that your first time doing TV?
I was like,
Jones excited
I was so
to
sure I was gonna
get
chop
a
it.
double up here at
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
extremely
And then
chatty
ball,
feature
no
table.
Problems.
Yeah.
That was
I don't know
sick.
what
That
I'm
was
hearing right now.
That was very
Last hand, like literally the last hand of the night, right?
It was the second to last.
Against the Turkish.
Because I won the last hand after that against the same guy too.
Against that Turkish dude who was mashing us.
Was that?
He was mashing us. That
My
Turkish
like
dude.
5th tournament.
He was crushing us, the Turkish guy.
Oh, was he? I
Yeah,
just
he
got
was-
moved to that
He
table.
was a beast.
Oh.
That was my read because he opened.
You're
I
Asian,
sat down at the
kinda,
table. He
so-
opened like 3 hands in a row, which is why I shipped the ace 10. I was like, all right, this
Yeah.
guy is just wide.
My best
He
friend's
was
half Chinese,
blasted.
so.
And
You wanna go home?
Of course, he has.
Fresh.
Your other.
We don't have to say anything, Donnie.
I'm Filipino and I'm German.
Filipino and German?
I'm 32.
Yeah, I was gonna. But you could pass. for,
Aguilera
Yeah.
Wayne
raising up with
won,
ace 3.
If you look, you can see the white hairs. That's the
Yeah.
tough.
No way he's 20.
You're 32?
Hairline's receding.
No, 32.
No, he could be 20.
Hairline's not receding.
Yeah.
That's not a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
No, so is mine. Everyone has that after 30.
I don't
Yeah,
think my hair's
it's true.
receding.
All right, fine. I'm sorry.
He
I
looks
shouldn't say
great.
that. No, I shouldn't say that. You're right. To a guy, it's like.
My hair's receding.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta accept.
I don't mind. I just feel like it's accurate.
The truth is never like.
You're 32.
Yeah.
I think it's
You're doing pretty good for
looks
32.
great, man.
Yeah,
Your hair looks great, though.
You're
Your
doing
hair
great.
does look great, regardless.
50.
How old are you?
23.
23.
Crazy.
Wow.
How about you?
34. You?
36.
Yeah, same age.
We're the same age.
Good age.
I'll be 35 in November.
This table's probably like above average.
35.
Are we gonna go around and
Yeah,
tell everybody our
Bunch of people
signs
are over
too?
30.
Hey,
Probably
Scorpio.
a bunch of under.
I'm a
You're the
Sagittarius, if
dragon.
you guys were
I feel
wondering.
like there's probably
Aries. I don't know much about the signs though.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
What time were you born?
No, I said the overall of this table is
7:38.
7:20 p.m. on a Tuesday.
I don't know.
You never know.
Indian people need to know that. Because it's part of our culture. Like where we're born and the time matters if you're marrying someone.
Of course.
Because where Mars and Venus was and stuff like that is important.
Is that all Indians, or is it specifically
I think
Hindi?
it's culturally.
Or-
You know, India has the lowest divorce rate in the entire world.
Yeah.
700.
Yeah, my
I believe
friend's
that.
getting
A lot of them are
less
arranged
than
marriages.
Yeah, exactly.
My
Like
friend's
religious
getting-
arranged marriage based.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A bit, like, yeah.
And then the way they do it is based on the horoscopes and what time and day.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
more based on. It's not as
It's more-
old school as.
So like you first do it like based on social caste
Yeah.
and cultural compatibility, obviously,
And
then
families.
and families.
So it's
right?
like this funnel where they like have to go down and
Exactly. And then
cross
the
off
last-
Donnie Jones and
criteria.
Aguilera having a hard time
criteria is,
focusing
oh, do
here
they match
as
or not?
Kotari
all of the
is
criteria
going
have
through
to be
everyone's
met, or just
star
some of them?
sign,
Like there's a hierarchy,
predicting
or
the
it's
future
a-
and how
it's a
the
binary
Mars
thing
and
where-
Venus are aligned.
I think the newer generations, like, it's a hierarchy, but before it was.
Jones here
binary.
is open-ended
All
on this
four
flop.
checks boxes.
I've
What's
had
the
2 long
satisfaction rate of
Aguilera.
marriage there?
Just ace high,
Like, do they have
backdoor
studies about
clubs.
that?
I'm sure they do, but I don't really know the numbers. But that's a good question.
He did put a
That's
bet
the
of
right- that feels like the right
700,000 out
question,
there.
right?
Well, I mean, yeah,
You've had 2 lung surgeries?
Oh my God.
Damn, you need to chill on the weed, bro.
I don't smoke weed.
That's good.
You
What
had 2
happened?
lung surgeries? That's crazy.
You want to get into it?
Well, it just like happens to tall guys. Like
Jones does give
like,
it up.
There's other guys in my fraternity that have had
And
it.
the
Just, like,
Spaniard takes
basically,
one.
Out of nowhere, your lung just collapses.
Let us know in the chat. Do you enjoy a chatty table,
Yeah,
or do you enjoy a quiet table as your background?
It's the actual, like the diaphragm.
And of course,
So
a quiet table means, Donnie, that you and I have to say
It's
more.
weird. So it happens to people who smoke. I didn't smoke at the time. I've put some stuff in my lungs, but not anything too crazy. But they're
Herschel
like,
Katari certainly puts his money where his mouth is. He was so happy with how things were going last night. He told the dealer, Joey, that if he should win this entire thing, he was going to give him $100,000 as a heck of a dealer tip. I spoke to him this morning. He said, yeah, absolutely, he intends to do that. Now, I also spoke to the floor staff. They said, should he make the final table, obviously Joey wouldn't be dealing, but I'm sure he wishes him well.
Is it? Are you limited with physical exercise because of lung
Harshil
capacity?
I don't know,
Kotari
maybe.
keeping things chatty and lighthearted on day 7 of the main event. You got to love that. He was very nervous earlier while he was all in. He's still going to look for a few more double ups as he is below 10 big blinds.
Yeah, Katari, 34 years old. You heard him say that earlier. He's out of New York. New York.
But before that, I did that king.
Works in IT and data engineering. Could be a bit of a change of profession, though, depending on how he does here in this main event.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't.
They're all kind of bent.
No.
Where is that?
Like, yeah, they're all a little, like, look at these. They're all a little curved.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's not fine.
I'm just saying
You
it
think
is.
it's
Maybe we
fine?
can check after the hand.
Yeah, but the thing, I play with a Russian guy for like a month or 2, and he made like something bending the cards. I don't like to play with.
Yeah, well, that's why I say we should check. What'd you start with?
Like 14.
Donnie Torelli finding pocket jacks, 21 million chips versus Obregon, who is on his direct right. He just makes the call, perhaps
Just a heads
wanting
up,
to
you guys
play
are all cool people, but if
more
you ask me
post-flop
what I have in my
as
stack,
Via
I'm just gonna not answer.
finds
You can look
ace
at my
queen of
stack, it's
hearts.
easy to count. That's just how
This
I
could
am.
get interesting,
I'm
Donnie.
just like,
If Via 3-bets
putting it out
here,
there, yeah.
and
Yeah,
Obregon is likely to
I don't answer
fold,
those questions.
if you're Torelli, do you just want to play this hand out of position
I will
against
answer
a
whatever
3-better?
question you want.
You're going to be back raising? Like, what's the plan here for Torelli?
Where was your first?
Well, I think there's options. You know, I think back raising is an option. I think
Guy or girl?
playing your hand a little bit more conservatively, trying to go post is an option. We do see that Via does just call. Now it's on Jones with pocket threes. He's in the small blind. Jones not the biggest stack here, but maybe wants to take a
going?
shot,
Let's just bring
try
it
and hit a
back
set,
and veer away from the
try and
subject.
get that
It
big
was
double
just
up.
a dumb joke.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll bring it back. I'll bring you guys back from that.
I don't know why
He's like, all right, children.
No, yeah, it is a TV table, guys. Just remember that.
It was like asking about my first kiss.
I don't really care.
No, I know, but
there's a 30-minute delay.
I just don't. You know what I mean? I want positive vibes. Like that's.
You realize there's a 30-minute delay. They
Yeah,
didn't.
I wasn't more like you guys are children at all. It was more like, hey, let's talk about something else.
What would you like to talk about? I want to talk about
what do you guys like to do for fun? What are your hobbies outside of poker?
I'm pretty busy.
This is like
You
speed
don't have
dating.
any hobbies outside of poker?
I mean, what? I don't understand. There's a four-way pot. He's just going around the table asking, what are your hobbies? Okay, now everyone one by one, list your name, your occupation, and a fun fact that no one will ever guess about you. I mean, what is going on?
What do I like to do with my time?
Yeah, outside poker.
I like to read. I like to hike. I like to travel.
Yeah,
I like to, I DJ, so I like to DJ with my friends. And I like to play house music and stuff.
Dude, I was like,
What's your favorite country
I like to
travel
do yoga, meditation. I like to go to the gym, and I like to hit the steam room.
What was your first kiss?
What else do I do with my time? I work really hard.
And I go, I've kissed all of my dads.
That's not a hobby, but
He goes,
I do it.
what?
What about you? What do you like to do?
Yeah, so I work hard as well, but like
So
that's
ace
not a
10-9
hobby,
on
and-
this flop.
Yeah, poker I guess is a hobby for me because it's not my primary.
Action checked over to Via.
And,
He bet
outside
1.25
that, I
million.
love snowboarding, playing
Jones and
basketball.
Obregon both get out of the way. Action now on Torelli with those jacks.
Dude, it's like such a
we
weird
should probably give
question.
him
Like, let's make it
silence. This is getting weird, man. I'll continue after that.
Donnie, I think on the next hand we're going to start playing Truth or Dare.
I mean, what?
I'm the
I
last.
don't really understand what's going on.
Work and things that aren't really hobbies, but
Torelli does
We're doing
make the
interviews,
call.
might as
Deuce
well.
of clubs on the turn.
Just now?
15 minutes ago, yeah. Okay, I couldn't see
Against
it.
ace jack. He flopped the jack. Turned to king.
Players leaving the table perhaps have a little bit of a side conversation about their favorite color.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make things weird. He made it really.
No, it's all good. It's just I'm
Torelli
thinking about, man, they're going to
not in a good spot here with pocket jacks.
Yeah,
Hoping to get the showdown cheaply. Four of spades on the river. Via's ace queen is still best.
And it's 60,000. I'm at a good. Because I have.
Let's see if Via goes for value here.
Even though I was all in for my first, she had no idea. She had no idea. That four on the window was so nice.
Check. It does go check, check. And Torelli going to show down his jacks. Via's going to show down ace queen, taking the passive approach here. Just being happy to win this pot worth 5 million chips. By the way, if you're just joining us, my name is Remco Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me. This is a preview of the World Series of Poker main event, Day 7 action. We're going to play until 1 in the morning, Las Vegas time. So yes, you will have action on PokerGo.com until 1 a.m. Las Vegas time, 4 a.m. on the East Coast. If you're new to PokerGo and you want to watch the action, go to PokerGo.com right now, subscribe, and you can listen to Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho until roughly 8 p.m. And then tonight, we have the night shift with Ali Najad and Nick Schulman for the last 4 hours of play.
There's no extra back there.
Good check. The chip counts are under the screen too.
Yeah, these cards are kind of like.
They're warped.
I mean, they are warped, but some of them.
If you're just joining us on YouTube, that's also totally fine. Just make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video. Much appreciated.
I can't help but not.
Because like,
I
look,
mean,
I wouldn't
we
mind a
get the
different
four.
deck. Some,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some
you
are
need a
clearly
new deck.
some are clearly more warped.
Yeah.
I think it's always fair to say
just
you
leave,
see
no,
them
leave your
bent
hand
just
there
because
because we're going to show it to the floor. Leave your,
it's
I'm
better to play with a
showing you, you got
non-bent
two
deck.
warp- Yeah.
All right, I fold.
100%.
Yeah.
It's on me, but
I was just trying to be
on the
fair.
floor.
The last deck was
Yeah.
fine. I fold.
Just leave your hand there so you can show it to the.
We're switching it
So
up,
that
boys.
one's, like,
Let's
really
not.
Like, why have to
Yeah.
think
The
about
other
it?
one,
You know?
yeah, that's why.
and
We're
then that one's
clear
bent
case.
as hell.
This
Anyways,
one's bent
are you
too.
playing?
I fold. I said I fold like minutes.
We're showing it to the floor.
It's because the RFID
Okay, but we stopped.
material.
Yeah, we still keep the cards in
We
the
can
mug
play the hands,
separately.
yeah. Just keep them separate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, keep them separate. I wasn't trying to slow down the game.
No, it's fine. It's just
I don't do that. Come on, no.
I know. Obviously.
That's why he told.
The last deck was not like that.
He's like, let's go.
The pleasantries
Only takes a couple
continue
minutes to change it.
as the action folds over to Aguilera. King 3 of hearts in the small blind. He's just going to limp. Obregon with the check. Let's see a flop. Nice flop there for Aguilera, flopping a flush draw.
Grew up in Jersey. You a Nets fan?
Knicks fan.
Knicks. That's tight.
We've moved on to sporting
growing
teams.
up,
Yeah, you know.
Latrell Sprewell was my
Allen
favorite.
Houston, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best.
That was
the peak basketball.
that was a
peak
good.
basketball,
That was
right?
such good times,
Yeah.
man. That was.
I mean, this year it was good to watch the Knicks in the playoffs. Like, I think Brunson's good, you know. They got the whole Villanova squad on there now, so let's see what happens.
I
But
feel like basketball's not as fun.
I'm a Jets fan and a
Why
Knicks
not?
I
fan.
feel the same.
I can't explain it. It
Is
just
your team
changed
sucks?
a lot.
I don't have a
I'm
team.
just kidding.
It just changed a
Of
lot.
course, Steph Curry.
Yeah, the whole thing, the Warriors
Steph
Curry
Curry.
thing changed the
Exactly.
whole.
You see they just implemented two
Not
new
bad.
rules,
I mean,
though?
it's
The
evolved.
flopping.
I can't talk shit. It's a beautiful
Refs
game.
can call.
I think it's a little bit better
love
now
it.
than it was.
Interesting.
I
That's
love
good.
it, yeah.
I think it's a
That
little
was
bit better now than it
obnoxious.
was like
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
there's more,
Yes,
there's more,
I agree.
There's more parity.
Did you hear the flopping rule got
It is
implemented?
right
You can get a foul for flopping.
For like trying to pretend you got a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair rule.
In soccer?
No, I've been watching basketball.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Here's a look at the tail of the tape. Donnie, the foreigners are dominating. Let's see how many players we can see at the final table from differing countries. I want to say a few years ago, we had almost 9 different countries represented. It must have been the Jacobson year, where we had the international crowd, of course. Jacobson, Felix Stevenson, Jord Van Hoof, the top 3, all non-Americans. The Europeans taking control. But Josh Payne, he's got a big chip lead, and he is the young American representing.
Yeah, like
8.3% of the chips in
they
play.
become GTO, and it's like it was like street ball back in the 90s, and I thought that was cooler personally.
What, poker?
Also, but basketball.
Oh.
Josh Payne, 24
Yeah,
years
they don't
old,
call- they
college
don't-
student.
They didn't call fouls before. They
From
called
Atlanta,
fouls.
It was
Georgia.
street ball. Like, and they didn't have like optimal solutions for where to shoot the ball, so they just shot the ball. They just passed the ball and shot the ball.
Another new rule is like you can't jump into a shooter's landing zone.
Wait, what?
So like if you're blocking a shot, you can't like
And like
crowd
go
it.
beneath his like
legs, yeah, because that will just roll your ankle and can hurt you a
That's
lot.
been a rule, though.
Yeah, that. But that wasn't when he was saying.
Oh, right.
You could
It
just
just
jump
seems like
into someone with
Action
your
on
elbows
Obregon,
out.
who is
Yeah.
trying to decide between playing his hand or talking about basketball.
Who's gonna hit really long arms? Who's
Villa had opened this one up to
Yeah, because that's
525,000.
what they've tested it. That's what the audience like. The
Obregon
audience likes
coming
a
with
high
a 3
scoring
bet
game.
here.
So they changed the rules in a way where you could score more. Because before it was a defensive game. Like Michael Jordan, when he played the Pistons, they
Like
killed
Derek
him.
Fisher.
They killed him.
Obregon making
In
it
the-
1.7
They were
million from the
told
small
literally to
blind.
kill him in the paint. Like just knock him out.
Villa takes it, and
see it.
the
You've
26-year-old
seen
from San
the
Antonio,
Michael Jordan
Texas,
documentary
picks this
on
one up.
Netflix. Yeah.
That documentary was all time.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
But
it
it's
was awesome.
true. There's so much truth to it.
People in the chat requesting Jeff Platt talk to some of these players, Donnie.
As soon as he gets in the paint, make sure he never comes back.
Of course, we never switch tables during play, but we also always rotate them on the breaks. And we go on over to our secondary table. A little bit of a different atmosphere with 40 players remaining. It looks a little quieter and tenser. Friedrich playing a serious one here versus Lifshitz. Lifshitz, king-queen on this queen-high board. Friedrich with a flush draw and a gut shot straight draw.
With the pot where it's at in this hand and Lifshitz betting 1.1 million on this turn, I'm guessing this was Lifshitz raise under the gun, pre-jerk defended from the big blind, then check bet call on the flop. It would make sense given these two hands. Here we see another check bet call. Pot now up over 4.3 million. 6 of clubs on the river. Lifshitz still best.
I'm feeling the calming nature of this quiet table just soothing my brain. I'm feeling super relaxed all of a sudden. Nothing out there for Pridrick as he checks over to Lifshitz. This is so zen.
Lifshitz with just under a pot-sized bet remaining in his stack. See how he wants to proceed here. Does have that king of clubs in his hand, blocking some backdoor flush draw possibilities.
Yesterday it was hot, so I wore a shirt and shorts.
Might just be a spot where if you got value on the flop and turn, just knuckle back this river and collect the chips.
Look at us approaching 8,000 likes. Let's see if we can hit 10,000 likes before we hit the 3 o'clock hour in Las Vegas. Only 200 more subscribers needed on YouTube to get up to 470,000. Donnie, you were a non-believer when I said 500K, but we've been really mashing it lately.
I wasn't a non-believer. I was all about it. I know the power of the main event.
True.
Lifshitz here, moving all in, so he's going for all the value.
We can see that Pridrick has missed this river card, so perhaps a little bit of posturing, a little bit of analysis here before letting him go. With Lifshitz here well on his way to 8.3 million in his stack. Pridrick does let it go, and let's see if we can stay with this table for a moment.
Yeah, they were playing. That's the issue, right?
It is interesting, of course, that table, the main feature table with all that table talk, apparently by talking and making things more laid back, it might make people forget about the pressure of the moment, Donnie.
Of course, pressure is huge. This is day 7 of the main.
How about that?
I came very close not to coming back. I was here for the first week, played, I was miserable, went home for a month or so. Yeah. Got talked into coming back and playing.
You left for a month. Good choice. Good choice for you too.
Yeah.
Look at you now. Dude, I can't imagine being out here grinding tournaments for a month.
I did it for 15 years. My first non-full summer. I was 21.
Look what happened. Might be something to that.
What are you doing now instead of playing all the time?
I'm writing software for a poker startup. So I couldn't get away from it.
You're not all the way out.
No.
And you're a coder? You're like a little so you,
what?
Did you win player of the year last year?
That's second.
Daniel Weinman, as you guys could all hear,
So
no
your brain's
longer
like a solver.
a full-time poker player.
And you're sitting to my left. I'm quitting.
You're on your left.
Kimmel surrendering to Weinman's knowledge and expertise of the game. Weinman raising it up with ace-4 diamonds.
Game. You can.
Weinman has 3.7 million in career tournament earnings. A successful mixed game player as well as no limit hold'em player. Winner of 2 World Poker Tour events, the Borgata Winter Open, as well as the Tournament of Champions.
All good.
Also has a World Series of Poker circuit ring and a World Series of Poker bracelet. Speaking of circuit rings, Donnie, Maurice Hawkins here at the secondary table.
I like it.
Come on, Frank.
Let's go, Bucky. Let's go, Daniel.
Now where are we headed?
I mean, we're going all over the place. Only 2 more tables out there on the regular carpet, so to say. Here's a big hand developing over on our horseshoe table. the diehard fans know that this is our table that we use all summer long for our free streams. As we see a big all-in here. We've got Enerban Das all in with 7s versus Ocholchansky with ace-king. Das currently in the lead for a big double up. Has to fade the river here versus ace-king. River is the 5 of diamonds, and the last player standing from India gets a double up. Do we have any Indian people watching right now? Your boy is still in there. Ocholchansky left with very little chips. It looks as though these stacks were very close.
Oh shit, now y'all in trouble.
Oh.
My rel's here. They haven't got drinks yet though, so.
Look at
might
that.
be good right now.
We got more table talk here. Of course, that means that we're back
Yeah,
at our main feature table.
Right now, so I think we're good.
Yeah. They're trying to survive the whole day.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been getting here at night, so they're able to drink a lot, but now you gotta survive the whole day.
If you want to listen to Lon McCarron and Norman Chad, as well as Maria Ho, they are doing commentary
You guys
right
wanna
now
do a collective
on
breathing
PokerGo.com.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
It's
You're
called,
leading it, I'm in.
It's called an espresso shot. So what you do is you go 2 quicks in, 2 quicks out.
Okay.
We'll do 3 of them together, yeah?
Okay.
So you can follow my lead. It goes.
Everybody don't look at your
Don't
cards.
look at your cards. It goes like this.
I already looked.
That sucks.
Let's play. Well,
Wim Hof is
It gives you energy.
Okay.
All right?
All right, on 3?
Let's do it on 3.
1, 2, 3.
They're actually all doing
Nice.
a breathing
Everybody was
exercise
still
at the
off that.
table.
Nice.
Oh my God, what is going on here? I love this.
Nice.
It felt good.
This is
the main event.
Gives you a little energy. Shout out to my boy Manoj. If you guys
Hey,
like
you got-
meditating or breathing exercises, you should download this app called Open. It's incredible.
Open?
Open.
I want to say I heard
Best one I've ever seen.
I
Best one I've ever
actually feel
used.
the
I
rush
should
of
say.
energy. It's like everything's like bright.
It's really incredibly well done. They've got yoga. It's all like I use it every break. You can just like do a quick. They have all these different
I've used
breathing. If you
apps
want
like
to
that.
focus or you want to
Glad to know you're not.
get energy or you want to rest for 10 minutes, it's amazing.
Open. All right.
Open. Shout out.
The pattern of the chips is interesting.
Did you guys in the chat play along with this? Donnie, we missed out.
Yeah, I think meditating is a game changer.
I do breathing exercises every morning.
The only reason I'm even able to be
I would not be
zone
doing
right
them at the
now
feature
and not,
table on
like,
day
dead
7 of
on
the main
floor
event.
is 'cause
though.
I've been meditating
I just try to
every
keep
day.
breathing,
Yeah,
Donnie.
I swear to God.
I'm out of
Yeah,
breath
I
right
do that
now.
too.
I'm out of breath. This is incredible.
Been
Oh,
eating.
470,000 subs. I think the breathing exercise has helped. You guys are out of control. We had 470,000
Yeah.
YouTube subscribers
It's a-
during those breathing
it's
exercises.
a sticky habit. You know, it's hard to form, but then once you
It's
have
really
it,
hard to
you're
form.
never going to give it up. Like once you do it, you're like, okay, there's something here.
Tim Ferriss, you know who Tim Ferriss is?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so he talks, one of the things he talks about is that the people, you know, he knows like all the most successful people.
Right. Yeah.
It's
His
like-
books are all about that.
And one of the things he says is like the #1 differentiator between all the like very successful people he knows is that they all meditate.
Yeah.
They all meditate. Like that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. I mean, there's
I
no
mean,
reason
he's
that
talking. We're talking about like
they've been doing it
the
in the East for
billionaires,
thousands
the
of years.
people who
Yeah,
are, like,
absolutely.
you know, very
Do
productive.
you know
and trying to do
any place in India for meditation?
For meditation, yeah, south of India is really good. So, and you can also check out Goa. So there's a place called Goa, G-O-A.
G-O-A.
And another one called Kerala, K-E-R-A-L-A. But nowadays, with social media, it's so easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I don't like? Maybe it's like too many people.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's less.
It's easy to fake expertise.
Like the.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh, they're still playing poker. Sorry, I was completely distracted here by breathing exercises and keeping up with chat. as we have Payne on the river betting
The best places
1.1
you'll
million.
probably find if you go to
Trying
those
to get
places,
value out of
ask
his
the
5.
locals.
Donnie,
You
it
know
doesn't
what I
get
mean?
much closer than this. Queen 5 versus Jack 5.
Oh yes. Not quite the same hand scenario that you like to watch play out, but tricky spot for Villa. I mean, Payne has been in there mixing it up so far here. Villa looking under the table. Maybe he's trying to get a read on Payne.
We saw Martin Caprell do that, looking at people's feet. Villa has the chips ready to make the call.
Sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You want to talk to me?
What do you want to know? What you got? What'd you bluff with?
Más.
What would I bluff with?
Yeah.
Hands containing 1 spade.
This is awesome.
Literally the nuts.
This is
Mostly
amazing.
hands
What a
containing
boss.
1 spade.
This is me in my cash games.
Maybe
I'm-
some weak ace highs. Let's think about some more.
Sorry, I know I'm taking a long time.
You're good.
Yeah, take your
You're
time,
good. Just get the information you need.
Honestly, I've completely changed my mind.
You were gonna call.
Please show a hand
There
containing
is the
1
fold.
spade.
No. Value bet. Thin value bet with a deuce.
He says with a deuce and
That's
stares at
right.
him.
Deuce is
He
good.
says with a deuce and stares at
It
him.
was good. The juice was good.
That's fucking
He
awesome.
said it was good.
Yeah, it was. That's awesome.
Probably good. I can't wait to watch that hand.
That was a good moment.
That definitely made the clip.
So, are we the only table that's playing 8-handed?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Good question.
I don't.
Probably not.
So are all the
I haven't
feature
thought
tables
about it.
8-handed?
Well, there's a seat there, but it's nobody
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Is Alec Torelli playing his first ever live
Would you
stream?
rather play 9-handed?
no.
I specialize.
Gives you energy.
Okay.
All right?
All right, on 3.
Let's do it on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, again? This is another one? Or is this a replay?
Nice.
Oh, no,
The
no.
cameras or the stream
No,
or whatever.
we had 9.
No. Oh, okay, cool. No, it's fine.
Hey, you had 9 because you got moved into the empty seat.
Yeah.
Talk to me into it, or you talking me out of it?
There's still an empty chair there. Like, I don't know what's going on here. This is the World Series Poker Main Event.
I told you.
It's a
I had it,
9-handed
man.
tournament.
I gotta lie to you. It's all on TV. Oh no,
Do I get a walk first time?
No.
With
No,
40 players left, though.
please.
5 tables of 8.
And
I've
makes
walked
sense.
most of the buttons.
Right.
of course.
Have you?
Yes, I haven't raised.
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't think that's accurate.
When have I raised my button?
You're trying to save me here. I appreciate
I
it.
think you did fold the last one, though.
I did. I folded like 3 in a row.
Are we doing what we did yesterday and sweating
Oh,
together?
do we?
I think you only folded because other
Can we
people
both
raised.
sweat? Or, wait,
I think
wait,
I'm like
no,
raising.
you're not all in. You're not all in. You can't do that. Or no, I
It
didn't.
doesn't count when there's like raise 3 bet.
Yeah, I just, I just realized.
It doesn't
that.
count.
Wait,
as
he
folding
wanted
your
somebody
button.
else at the table to sweat his cards? What?
What is going on here? Kurtari
All right.
with the best of it here. 9-7 suited versus 9-6. Of
I actually
course.
have a decision, that's why.
Take
I
it.
understand.
Make your decision, bud.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
You don't what?
I have a decision.
Well, you have already made yours.
Right. That's what he's saying. He said he doesn't have a decision. It's not his decision.
I don't know what to do about the speech play here. All in. Can't fold this in.
Wow, this is a very
But I
fun
can't
confrontation.
Oh my God, dominated.
Nice.
But we're probably chopping.
How is that real?
We're probably chopping.
Oh, God. I don't think so. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be a sick one. I know.
It's fair.
I know. I feel it.
Oh man.
All right, let me count out those chips for
Stuff
you.
is gonna.
No,
be
come on, don't do that to me. Don't jinx me here. Let's just run it.
Ace.
All right,
Yeah.
it's on you. You're the one jinxing. I got the 6-9.
Qatari doesn't want the prepay.
That's what they say.
Wow.
79 is way sexier.
I don't know, man. 69
Oh,
is pretty.
baby.
Oh, wow. King, deuce, 10, 2 spades. Qatari
I mean, he's not
is the favorite with his 7.
It's drawing
Big
to
red
it.
cards.
Lots of outs for Payne, though.
He's like drawing to his
wants
top
a red
now.
seven.
Oh yeah, it takes
That's
away
what he wants.
a big
red
crucial out.
Right. It's like really hard to win now.
Turn card. 3 of clubs.
You can win.
Wait, no.
Wow.
You can win
One more 3.
Wow.
Come on,
You can
one
win
more
with
3.
four,
Red
four,
one.
five.
You don't.
Oh, wait.
What in it?
You want like a red
Three
4.
deuce.
No, anything. Any card.
You'd rather have a red
Anything.
4.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah, you're
I'm
right.
not greedy. You know what I mean?
Anything.
But if the board pair,
I like that.
if it's a 3,
If it's a 3 at Guarados.
yeah.
Let's go.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Such a sick sweat, dude, on that hand. Like, come on. That's so
I don't know why I
sick.
had in my head you think of chopping, and I didn't think about that.
Like, how do I sweat getting that? How do I 7-9 there?
Yeah.
How do I get in that sweat?
I wasn't thinking
That's a
about the
special
board.
How did you know? You were just had him
Sorry, might
crushed.
need some
I
more
know.
breathing
Nice
exercises
read.
after that
That's a
hand.
special life
Nice
moment.
read.
Yeah, this
I
guy's
was gonna say I had ace queen, you had a 7.
Nice read. Nice
It was
read.
amazing. It was
Peaking
amazing
emotionally
that
right
you
here.
said, I can't fold
Let's
this hand,
go,
and he has
baby.
9-7, and then
Main
you have
event,
9-6.
double up,
Like, that
40
was
players
incredible.
left.
I
That was
think,
a brilliant
it's
moment,
day
man.
7
Crazy,
when
crazy man.
the emotion
Yeah.
really
Nice
starts
hand,
to come
man.
out of the players.
Like when he says that, I thought he
The
had,
red
like,
7
king queen or something.
Fist bumps all around. Doing a lap.
Oh, man, I
He
love
wins with a lot of
Main event tournament live,
love
red
that.
7.
Wow.
I know, but for some reason in my head, I had it that they were chopping.
Yeah.
One
So
for
I
the
didn't
dealer,
realize,
too.
like,
Does
it
that
was
dealer get
actually
100K, too?
quite-
I'm
quite
sure he
low.
will.
And he said something messed up is gonna happen. It just comes 2 spades, right?
It was
Wasn't that messed up?
Yeah, it was.
That was messed up.
And then
that
you
was torture for
actually won.
You got tortured.
I didn't think you were gonna lose. I just said something messed up.
So now the question is Qatari
That
going to
was
be
a
quieter
special
or
shot if I've
louder
ever had.
after
Yeah,
the
there you
double
go.
up?
Cuisinart.
Talking chips now, man.
In the blender, baby.
Oh,
He put
man.
him in the
Who
blender.
did you deal in right here?
I can't wait till you ask the table for their
All right, let me see
favorite
if
recipes.
Either of my hands were good.
Hang on, what's happening? Oh, okay.
He dealt in.
Double suited 10s?
I had 6s. You had ace 10?
I had ace 10
Wouldn't
and
have
10
had
deuce
six.
double
It doesn't
suited.
matter because none of those things.
We
No,
wouldn't
no,
have had
I-
any of our cards.
It was my Omaha hand.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, it wouldn't have been like that anyway. Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm so happy for you. Remember when I said if I doubled you up,
Aw.
I wouldn't really
I feel like
care?
that was genuine. You're a cool dude, man.
Can you do that to me, sir?
What a cool
You
guy.
have I told you you have too many chips. I told you I'd
lost
do it for
chips
him.
now. I
He
only
just
have
said, I'm so happy for you.
this
Yeah,
many.
he's a nice guy.
A 4 million chip pie. He says,
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Sorry, I don't know.
What a cool dude.
It's all right.
Even though he did lose that hand, doubled up Qatari, Payne's still sitting pretty overall. 49,125,000
I
in
gotta
his
say,
stack.
You really grew on me, Josh.
Oh, thank you. You as
Because
well.
when you first sat down, you were just like taking every single spot and just making us all like really uncomfortable.
I like this guy. It's fine. I haven't played with him all the time.
And
Nice guy.
I realized that like
Really
your
close.
personality is just exactly how you play poker.
Really close.
And that's awesome. You are who you are, and I respect that.
Have a good
Just
time.
having a good time.
Pop out of
Playing
the
poker,
ceiling.
just
Yeah,
living life,
yeah,
like
what do
not
you-
stressing too hard about things you don't control. That's what's up.
Wow, man, this was a sick table draw. All of you guys are such positive energy. I
Thank
like
you, man.
it.
Yeah, appreciate
I
that.
mean, it's easier to say that after I win that double, but I felt that before. You know what I mean?
I don't know about
appreciate it. No,
I don't know
I-
about C3, but
No, I'm positive.
yeah, I know, bro. You're dope.
Current payout $229,000.
Yeah.
Johnny Moss,
I don't know, I'm not a
three-time
fan.
main event
Had a nice
winner,
edible.
won 190K across his wins. Very
I
interesting.
did the
Little fact there on the screen as the talkative table of the century continues to play here in the main event. Definitely doesn't feel like day 7 with all this chatter going on.
I hope you make it to at least 2 more pages.
I like that, even though obviously.
I hope it make it to the final table.
What's that?
Anyone come
Oh,
up?
man, I hope everybody wins.
I like that even though it's
I just hope I
obviously
do
a
a little
high pressure environment and we're all like competitive, it's a very positive, like
That's
good
what I was saying,
environment.
yeah,
no,
exactly.
it's good for poker. It's good for poker, but it's also just like enjoyable to be here instead of being
Like just in the
antagonistic.
blender, yeah.
Feels
just-
better. It
No,
feels,
like even just like when there's animosity between players, like
Yeah.
you've seen that on other streams where like
Right.
people are going at each other. It's like, why are you going to do that? You're day 7 of the main event, and you're like bitching over something stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I can play it both ways. Bring Maurice here. We were duking it out like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We're sitting right beside each other.
I understand it. It's just not. It's not my.
That
It's not
being
my
said,
thing.
I would do anything to get Laurent back in this tournament.
I don't know that. Laurent's
Dude,
awesome.
he's. Have you seen Don't Mess with the Zohan? The movie?
Oh. No.
Dude, he's just like it's hilarious. He goes, "What do you think?" He goes, "You're a guest at this table. Why you come here to race?"
That was Borat.
I can't do it.
Let me do the Israeli accents. I got that one down. Yeah.
You got it.
I got that one down.
I want to hear this. I'm curious.
He's more
upset about that.
I don't know if you realize this. Oh, we talked about this actually, but Liran is actually the dude who used to stop people in the Rio, and he'd be like, "Phone charges, phone charges, phone charges."
You got it.
That was Liran, yeah.
Dude,
I was suspecting this Indish accent, but no, you do it.
Yeah, he
Well, my
was.
parents are Israelis, so I have a one-up on this situation, guys.
Dude,
I speak Hebrew.
Yeah.
You do it, it's not.
He has to have an inside.
Wait, what's 4?
When I do it, it's a
How do
lot.
I say it again?
Yeah, exactly.
4-5. How do I say it?
Arba chamesh.
Abba Chamesh. Dude, that's what I hit him with 4-5, and I go Abba Chamesh.
You do the chamesh really good. Most non-Jews can't do that.
I think I got a little bit in me.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just stop there. I know where you're going with this.
What's RF?
What?
What's
Just my friend's company.
Is it RF? Am I reading it right?
Yeah, RF. Yeah, it's just my friend's company.
Daniel's RFID poker.
Yeah, Daniel Weinman works with the company too.
Nice.
So yeah, I went to college. Or I still go to college. He dropped out to pursue his company, which is good for him.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I was like, yeah, I want to support.
Good for you. Where are you at school?
Georgia Tech.
Nice.
Obregon,
So there you go.
amidst all the chaos, picks up a pot here.
So COVID was a thing, and with the lung surgery.
Swinging on over to one of the... Oh, a little bit of a throwback here to some earlier Day 7 eliminations as Sam Stein there departing the field. We are quickly, of course, getting closer and closer to the main event final table. Masato Yokosawa also among the early eliminations. A few more familiar faces departing there. Burke hitting the rail at the feature table. Here it is, back to the feature table. By the way, if you're enjoying our main event coverage, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell to get notified every time we have a new clip coming out. I just want to remind everyone that this morning we posted a 50-minute compilation of all the biggest hands that Nicholas Rigby played in the main event.
That's amazing.
It's every big hand from Rigby in one video.
So every hand from Rigby.
Every hand from Rigby from the main event. It's on YouTube right now. Go check that out tonight. It's honestly worth the watch. Really, really fun stuff.
So it's a complaint about California that
Top 40 guys.
I don't agree with it.
Depends on who you find.
I know a lot of cool people from California.
I do too. I absolutely.
I'm from California.
You have to find them.
I'm a pretty genuine person.
You live there now?
No, I just moved, or not just, but a year.
All the cool people leave.
That's not true. I know some really cool people.
I don't know that many people. I know a couple. I do know a couple.
There's a lot of people who live there, man.
Yeah,
It's like anything.
There's got to
like,
be.
all these. Yeah, you can't.
There's
like,
not 60 million idiots. I mean, but I understand both sides of the argument.
I just don't like it because of the traffic. It's just like, oh my god.
Well,
It's no
yeah.
justice.
There are reasons not to like it, but
Yeah.
there are cool people everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. At least.
It's like anything. Every city has its pros and cons. Like, you're not going to find the perfect anything in life, so it's all about a trade-off. Yeah, it's all about a trade-off, like what your priorities are.
Check here on the
Where are you
flop
from?
between Villa and
Here in Arizona.
Aguilera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Gotcha. Oh, I was just there too in April. Yeah, it's a
Aguilera's
beautiful
hand is
place.
still best here. He also has
It's
the 6
boomed.
of hearts in it.
It feels like it's totally blown up.
Yeah, a lot of people from California are moving to Arizona.
Yeah, I can imagine. California, they're moving everywhere.
What were you there for?
I was working with some clients and vacation. Yeah. Golf? Just no golf.
A lot of people go out there for golf.
In a business meeting with an investor, and then some poker stuff and vacation. Yeah. My birthday, my mom's birthday, and we went out there, and then Palm Springs on the way back. So just
The chattiness
road trip.
continues as Aguilera with
Get some
6s
sun. The weather was terrible.
is
in
trying to see if he
California
can
this year, so
go to a river, but he lets it go. He's got 16.3 million. He's got nothing to worry about at this
Downtown
point.
Scottsdale is very charming. That whole river walk.
Villa picks this one up as the stacks are slowly but surely evening out here at the feature table, with the exception, of course, of our 2 short stacks, Kotari and Jones, and our chip leader, Payne.
incredible too. Right?
Swinging on over
Because like there's a lot of
to
club, there's a
our
lot of big
secondary
Euro
table.
field there. So like in the summer it's obviously less. ASU's pretty close. Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, cool.
Oh, look at this. Outer tail, or out in the field, I want to say. Big all-in and a call here. Pier Paolo Lamana sent to the rail, 40th place. Takes home 229K.
Yes, we lose the Italians.
I mean, the Italians have been taking some hits here, Donnie.
They have been taking some hits, yes.
39 left right now. We are counting them down until we get to the final table. By the way, if you're new to the main event of the World Series of Poker, tomorrow we are playing down to a final table of 9. And then there's going to be 1 day off on Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday we're going to play the final table on PokerGo.com. First prize, of course, $12.1 million. So if you include today, you have 4 more days of main event coverage. Each day, roughly going to be 12 hours long. You can watch all the action, of course, on PokerGo.com.
And the brand and the logo, I didn't think about it at the time, but it works really good. I've got a little guy with a hat, and he's got the little spray gun. And cool, man. I like Aces. And people like it.
Where are you located? I think you told me.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
But we've got offices in Birmingham and Montgomery. We don't have any in Georgia yet, but we will soon. And,
no pairs are bad.
Florida and Texas.
Some flops are bad.
Yeah, we're trying.
You know that?
That's fair.
Some flops are bad, but pairs, they can always be good.
It's very true, actually.
Even the good pairs can be bad too, right?
You can always win. Early, you always can't say you can always win.
Weinman, chip leader here at our secondary table, 31.8 million chips. Donnie, when you are a big stack right now, just shy of 40 players remaining, can you allow yourself to sit back a little bit, or do you have to sort of keep the pressure on, because this might be the right time to accumulate?
This could be the right time to accumulate. I think it's going to depend a lot on the table that you're at. These guys now have been playing with each other a little bit here on day 7, so is the table fighting back at you? If they are, maybe you want to slow it down a little bit, but if they're just going to kind of lay down, then maybe you want to keep the gas up.
I got jacks.
We swing back over here to the main feature. All in, Jones and Obregon. Ace-queen for Jones. He's the player at risk up against Obregon's pocket jacks. Sweet Lou on the rail.
This guy is.
With his fiance.
Of course.
Jones hits a queen here.
You're still right, though.
8.8 million in the middle. He needs this double up. Obregon still comfortable. 12 million behind.
I wanted to say I just
only 2 outs for Obregon.
Yeah,
it's Jones can be relaxed here.
It's yeah. Turn. No
less gangster to say flop. It's like 3 chances.
River card.
Ooh, that was a little scary.
Paint card.
That was a little scary.
But not a jack. Jones will double up to 8.8 million. Kotari, the short stack with 3.4.
I had a queen in my hand, queen 10 offsuit.
Oh, you had a queen?
Yeah.
I had a queen.
What the? That's the case.
Really?
Queen.
I had queen 8.
Queen 10 offsuit.
Wow, that's. I really
had mixed up. I thought the hands were never.
There was no queen coming on the turn.
Fair fight.
There was no queen coming on the turn after the flop one.
Super strong hands.
I folded 5 deuce. I was like,
How much it was? Yeah, I was like,
never.
He was dead to 4 outs. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I would have liked you.
Oh, gotcha.
Now I guess I'm okay with it. Now I'm okay with it.
nah, I wasn't good.
Back over to the other feature table.
It's the Weinman table, who's currently up, stretching his legs. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The roller coaster shot.
This is my favorite shot in the game, by far. I don't know how they do it. They make it look so easy, and it's absolutely beautiful.
I always feel like I'm at Six Flags.
It's so great.
On a roller
it's
coaster.
so great.
Pridrick and Yoshi at it again. Pridrick just left with a pair of 5s. $425K is the bet from Yoshi. not much out there for Pridrick. But maybe these guys have some history. Perhaps he's seen his opponent play in different spots and wants to look him up with a pair of 5s. Or maybe we're just watching some Hollywooding, which, you know, main event day 7. Got to understand that players are playing extra careful.
Check raise bluff more than half my stack.
You can do that.
More than half my
Yashi takes this one down. The vibe at each table varies a ton. We've seen our chatty feature table, this table, very quiet and reserved.
There, went to school there.
Where? Emory or what?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Smarty engineer, computer engineer guy.
I was a mechanical engineer for about 6 months, and then Poker Boom hit. And
I was in law school when the Poker Boom hit. I'm a
Yeah.
few years older than you, and I decided that I didn't want to be a lawyer.
decided mechanical engineering was not for me.
I was sitting in torts class playing on party poker, and I was like,
Did you have to take physics?
Yeah. I like physics.
Took physics 1 and physics.
Yeah? Did you like it?
Yeah, actually did. I had to take organic too.
Okay.
I never knew what the difference was. You have to take a lot more math.
More math, more like, yeah. Then you get into weird math classes, more advanced physics.
I don't know what I took from my political science degree, but it wasn't hard.
It was political though.
To an extent.
I also studied political science.
What
Now
now?
look at this one.
You did?
Finally, a chance for Pridrick to fight back with
East
something.
Asian studies. That's my
Finally.
BA. It's just my degree. My useless time spent in the.
Me too. I had fun though.
Like Japan, China, and India. I studied
talking.
Mandarin, but I don't speak. It's
The
really
talking
tough.
is ramping up a little bit at this table as well. It really feels as though the players are relaxed. They're trying to get to know each other a little bit, trying to perhaps make light of the situation because there's millions of dollars on the line. And if you think about that too much, you might just freeze up.
Yeah, you might. It's very true. We do see the 3-bet here from Friedrich. 1.625 million. Lifshitz gets out of the way with his deuces. Hawkins got an ace-queen off here. Hawkins pushing back from the table.
Ace queen offsuit for Hawkins. He's got shy of 20 bigs. Donnie, is this a shove situation or is ace queen just too weak?
I think just that this comes down to player tendencies. I know we haven't seen a ton from this table all day, but it seems like Friedrich has been playing pretty conservatively. So if that is the case and if that is Hawkins' read, then I think this has to go into the muck. Unfortunately, you know, when you're on the shorter side like he is, you hate to look down at this, facing a raise and re-raise like you are.
Hawkins really stressing over this one. Donnie, with this type of behavior at the table, can you ever play your hand still?
Fold.
Like this, it's always a fold, right?
Well, I mean, you could move all in, but
with like, I don't know.
You're definitely never just calling. I mean, that's for sure. Not that he would ever call off that stack size anyway, but
3-bet is enough here to take it down. Shout out to El Fabo in the chat with a €6 donation, saying, show all the tables, please. Let's go, Daniel Holzner. We're trying to show as many tables as we can. Of course, the feature table will rotate as the day goes on.
The bigger games are in Biloxi now, but
Best you can do is subscribe to PokerGo.com to keep track of every single big moment in this event. We have cameras on the floor.
Potentially.
We're capturing every
Those
big
are
all-in.
potentially true statements and potentially no.
Currently, all players guaranteed $229,000. Next pay jump, $280K to the final 35.
Rebuy.
Yeah,
Nice.
floor?
Floor.
Chip.
Oh, wow. Those things are slicker than they look.
Yeah, it's the table.
Yeah.
It's
Just one time.
I guess
I'll
find out it's a lot different than the green
Can I
belt.
just live one hand? That's enough.
Kotari there, trying to kind of beg for an easy one from Villa out of the small blind.
Ooh, you want to peel it with me?
Villa will not be obliging. He moves all in with
Flip up one at
the
a
ace
time?
deuce
Yeah,
off.
that's what I was gonna do.
Is he allowed to? I don't want him to push
I don't think you can do that.
Don't
Like,
do that.
You could get his reaction if he's
No, but whatever the rules are.
Right. I thought it would
think
be.
you can do that.
You can do it. I don't know what the rules are. I have no idea. Don't do anything for me.
Makes no difference.
Yeah.
I just don't want someone to come over here and say your hand's dead.
No, absolutely. That's why I apologize for saying that. You said sweat it. I thought it would be fun. Are you allowed to do that?
No, he did. Oh.
So if you flip up your hand when he's all in?
His hand's not dead, but you're not allowed to do that.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But it'll be like a warning and a penalty.
He was in the big blind
Because
yesterday.
I remember like
you're sweating at every hand.
exactly.
I don't play.
It's fun.
WSOP that often. But I remember old school tournament. Old school they used to do that.
Yeah.
They used to show them and try and get a read.
Exactly.
If you want to sweat on it.
Yeah.
Is Alec Torelli really pretending to not know the rules? This guy's been around for 20 years, Donnie.
Because you have those people who get mad. They're like,
I don't know.
want to play more hands. I don't want to play this
I'm
game.
about as confused about it as you are.
I agree, but
I feel like every new
irrational
hand
people
that
don't
comes
listen
up,
to
Alec
rational
Torelli
people.
feels the need to ask a question.
Where they
Yeah.
like show their cards.
Like,
and then
what
they're
is this all about?
For that small
Wait
percentage.
for
This is the main event, man.
Like, I really think it's
Right.
funny and
That's
it's
fair.
kind of interesting to have the
Yeah,
table
it's always
talk.
like that. The small percentage
Ruins it
for
for
But I feel like we're
all,
just
the genuine times
talking
when
to
it's
talk.
actually part of the game and it's
Yeah.
actually it's fun.
Me personally, I don't care.
I
don't care either.
No one cares.
I
Yeah.
do it.
Wow, 10,000
But you gotta
likes
go
within
by
reach.
what
Only
says
90
these
more
things
likes
Yeah,
on the
obviously
video.
it's
That
respect
would be 5 days in a row now that we hit 10,000
Josh
likes.
says. He's got a-
Thank you all so much.
He makes-
Appreciate everyone for
that how it works?
tuning
We have
in
a veto.
to our preview streams.
All right, let him sweat it.
Remember.
Thank you.
Via
Do what he did.
is letting Kotari know
That's what I did last time.
that he's giving him an easier time there in the
That's
small
right.
blind, but
Sweat, yo.
Kotari finds a hand,
No, it's no thanking.
Finds a hand,
go to the
quickly
break.
moves
Come on.
all in.
very quickly.
You don't want to double up?
Warm him up.
I mean, I'll take the double up, but can't be greedy. Yeah.
Nice hand, sir.
Thanks.
Kotari keeping his stack afloat.
Yeah, I
Still, of
bluffed you
course,
there.
hoping for a double up.
That was sick.
Sick bluff.
Where are we going now? I mean, we're always going somewhere. Like I said, we're not going to miss a single all-in at this stage of the tournament, and there we are, the horseshoe table
I don't think you can do that. Like,
in play right now.
reaction if he's
No,
in,
but
right?
whatever the rules are, I have to follow.
Looks like we have
You can do it. I don't know what the
Carlos
rules are. I have
Enrique
no idea. Don't do anything for me.
versus
Yeah.
I just don't want
Olchansky.
someone to come over here and say your hand's dead.
Olchansky with
Absolutely, that's why I
ace-7.
apologize.
Olchansky's every time we come over to this table, he's involved in an all-in.
Olchansky reminds me a little of Makievsky, Donnie, from way back in the day.
Reminds me a little bit of Timoshenko too.
Timoshenko as well, yeah. Both players hit a 7. Olchansky at risk with a7. River card is a queen. The Ukrainian doubles up. Nice traditional outfit there as well. I'm going to assume that is from his home country. And
Yeah, looking good.
there it is on the screen. Josh Payne, still our chip leader. We're closing in on the end of our free preview here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I'd like to remind you all once more to use promo code DREAM30 to save $30 on your annual PokerGO subscription. You can also pick, of course, the monthly or the quarterly subscription to watch the main event. We got new episodes of High Stakes Poker coming up as well. Villa raising it up here with ace-8. Aguilera with pocket eights.
We're either leaving or we're staying. That's the news.
Probably leaving. Probably tired of us.
Oh, I think we're a fun group.
We are, but we're very chatty.
They're even better.
They can't even commentate.
Yeah, right.
On Hustler, they
That's
like
probably true.
pause the commentary a lot to let the table talk. I don't know what they do on World Series.
They can't even like tell us.
I'm not saying
they can't
that's
tell us
better.
how
I'm just
bad
saying
we're
it's
playing.
They just cover most of the table talking.
They mute the mics.
They
Yeah.
mute most of the mics, but yesterday they had my mic going the whole time, and Nick Shulman was just talking over me. Because I was talking a lot. So my mic was on, but like 80% of the players didn't have their mic on for some reason.
I don't care what I don't want to be at a table where no one talks the whole time. I don't want to sit I don't play poker to sit 12 hours in silence. It's like,
I mean, you can't think clearly doing that. The human brain is a social animal.
Right.
You have to interact.
Donnie, interesting spot
I
here.
always
Top pair
interact.
versus top
All my
set.
tables are very lively, I feel like.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, of course, to an extent.
If you're
Yeah, of
Aguilera in
course
this
there's
situation,
too
Donnie,
much
on an 8 high
intensity
flop
of
that's draw heavy like
conversation the
this,
entire day,
you want to
I'll
get
be
some
like
additional
that.
money in the middle right now?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's why I've got headphones.
You might
So,
want
of course,
to. I
I
mean,
check out when
has
I need to
headphones.
check
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
I think it's fine to just call
Too much
here.
of a good thing.
So if
to
I
be
put
a
my
bad
headphones
thing.
on, it's no offense to any of you guys.
Fair enough.
My own world that I need to be in.
No, I zone out too for whatever.
It's
I
all
do get
good.
the sense that
2.5.
Aguilera might be reading the situation that if Villa is continuing on this type of texture
I don't know what he's saying.
against a big blind defend, he probably has something. So if that's the case, you want to come with a check raise, get some additional value as you mentioned, and that's what he's doing right here, making it $2.5 million. Villa had bet 850,000. Earlier we saw Villa get check raised against Obrigado, was it Vampin? I forget exactly who, but Villa went all in.
Yeah.
And then made a comment afterwards like, "Oh, you're going to try something like that." So are we going to see that same sort of thing here?
I mean, looks like Villa is going to come along here using those beautiful looking 500K chips.
Everyone else at the table has left for a quick break. Oh, ace on the turn. Villa 2 pair now.
Oh my God.
Horrible card for him, given his opponent's hand. Villa must be feeling pretty good now about his hand.
But Donnie, look at these stack sizes here. If Villa checks to Aguilera and he bets something in the 4 million range, we're talking like all-in check raise territory with top 2 pair, right?
Well, Aguilera's first out of the big blind. So.
Well, that would really hurt his chances of check raising, Donnie.
2 million?
2 million, okay.
Wow, what a turn card here.
I wonder if this sizing could ultimately save Villa a little bit.
He's looking over at his own chips, trying to run the numbers.
I mean, if Villa does go with a raise here, whether it's for all of his chips or something less, I mean, I'm not sure you can really fault him in this spot, turning top 2 pair.
What do you think Villa thinks that Aguilera has in this situation? Like, what do you
check of the clock here?
What are you check raising with, and then betting turn?
I mean, you could do it with the hand like maybe an A7. You could have some sort of pair plus combos. He is going to call.
So perhaps like an 8-7.
Yeah, and listen, with Aguilera going a little bit smaller here on the turn, about a third pot, Villa has an option to just call, which if this then goes shove on the river from Aguilera, maybe that allows Villa to get away from it the way that played out. If Aguilera had bet like more like 3.5, 4 million, it puts Villa in a trickier spot on the turn. And now this river card coming in the 7. We'll see how this one plays out. Very interesting with the 4-liner to a straight. All in from Aguilera. He's not buying it, so
Aguilera not worried about the 4-card straight on board.
it's probably pretty hard for Villa to have a lot of the straight cards here in his range the way that this one played out. Aguilera recognizing that and going for it.
You want to talk to me?
Villa has been willing to try and talk to his opponents. We saw it earlier with Josh Payne. Now we're seeing him try to talk to the Spaniard. There are going to be some straight cards here in Aguilera's range.
I mean, if you're Villa, what are you beating here? That's going to go check raise, bet.
I mean, you can beat some 2 pairs. is kind of. I mean, unless he's just YOLOing it in here with something crazy, but. I mean, even a hand like the 10-9s of the world get there. Like, I mean, everything just really gets there.
Looks like Villa doesn't want. Look at this stare down. This almost feels personal. Everyone else has gone to grab a.
Obregado's there. He wants to hang out and. Obregon. He wants to hang out there and see what's going to happen on this one.
Wow.
I feel like Villa might like walk around the table and like look even closer at his opponent at some point. Not an easy spot here. See if he can figure this one out.
Very quiet so far.
And if you remember, Aguilera got moved to this table a little bit later from when we started, so maybe not the most history between these two players at this table specifically today on day 7.
Villa just doesn't want to fold. Maybe telling himself that there's a few combinations left that he can beat, but I'm having a hard time even thinking of a single one.
I've changed my mind like 3 times.
Tournament life on the line here for
I mean, the hands that you're thinking that you beat are like, you know, the 6-7s, maybe 5-6, 8-7, stuff like that, you know. 2 pair hands on the flop, also hands that had a straight draw plus a pair on the flop that turned into 2 pair.
Fuck. Okay, let me see. I promise I'll decide soon, sorry.
You're also beating an
This
ace-7
might be the
here.
longest I've ever thought about a hand. I usually don't think this long.
Let us know in the chat. Do you think he's going to make the call here? It feels impossible to call this off. Top 2 pair on this 4-card straight board. Three and a half minutes in the tank already from Villa. You guys got to thank Villa for giving you some extra coverage here. I was going to shut it down a few minutes ago.
Villa having the 8 in his hand is an interesting card because lessens the likelihood that your opponent can have an 8-9.
Oh, what is this? A little fake grab of the chips? All the tricks in the book right now for Villa. Trying to learn something from his opponent. The stack grab, a classic one. Not sure I agree with it. It's a little bit on the edge there, sir.
If you don't say anything, I'm leaning towards fold.
Mind games going on as Aguilera stays silent.
It's pretty clear that Villa wants to talk. He wants his opponent to talk. So I like the approach from Aguilera here, just not saying anything, just being quiet, just sit there and endure the tank.
I'm sorry, I know this is a long time. I know you want to go on break. Big decision.
The chat is losing their minds. Oh my God! He calls and he's out. Aguilera shows top set, gets maximum value, and the Canadian is eliminated here on the final hand before the break. Wow. I did not see that coming at all.
Check raise bet all in.
Alexander Villa collects 229,000, and he'll be thinking about this hand for a very long time.
Nice hand.
It was close, indeed.
One moment you have
Tough. I don't know
a comfortable
much about
stack. The next moment you're out the door. Jose
Tough. I don't know
Aguilera
much about
from
you.
Spain
If you're
rakes in a
capable or
massive
not.
pot.
Take a break.
Wow.
Take a break. You look like tired and everything.
All right, this concludes our free stream on
it's
YouTube,
okay,
Twitch,
it's
and
okay, never
Facebook. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I think we got 2 more quick eliminations to show you before we sign off. But please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and also continue watching on PokerGo.com right now. Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, Maria Ho are on the call. There it is, Tim Van Loo eliminated in 39th place. We got a lot more big eliminations to come on our main channel as play continues until 1 a.m. local time in Las Vegas. We got a long day of poker still ahead, and Spain is crushing Juan Maceras, sitting on 61 million chips. You guys better not look away. The main event is going on right now, and it's not going to stop. We have a lot more poker left. See you guys on PokerGo.com.